Setting up the stream. I think it's working. Chat's already going. We got this time. What's up, guys? Sorry about the delay with starting this up. I tried to start at 6. Oh, it's 6:08. My bad, guys. I was setting this up as quickly as I could. Oh, what's up, guys? Hold up a second. Sorry about the delay. We had reverb there. We're good now. All right, I'm gonna go off of that home page so I'm not watching myself live. Okay, cool. We got it. Stream already has 2 thumbs down. I apologize, guys. I deserve those thumbs down. What's up, guys? How you doing? Good to see you. Neon Light, what's good? I'm actually remembering people. This is awesome. This means it's going well. See, I was gone for so long. Like a couple months ago, I was like AWOL for at least 2 months. But now I'm like finally back into the, I guess, rhythm of live streaming each week, which I've always wanted to do. It's just tough to do sometimes, but we got it now. Lars here. What's up, guys? Gloss tweet. And by tweet, I mean TWT, but I'm going to call it tweet. Cam, what's good? Lindsay, Deanne, Deanna. There's an A at the end of that. Is it Koti or Koti? K-O-T-I. It's a mystery. I think I'm going to just allow you to tell me the pronunciation. How's my day been? Georgie, it has been good. This whole week was like pretty busy, pretty jam-packed with stuff, but it was good. So I'm like tired, but it was a good week. Health is good. I was sick last weekend, a little bit, you know, like with a cold, but I'm good now. So yeah. Raven Hikari, my week was pretty good. Saw BY Sunday and Super Junior had their anniversary and dropped their MV. It's a great week. It's been a crazy awesome week for K-pop. A crazy awesome couple weeks. And the next couple weeks are gonna be jam-packed with stuff. Like completely. Hey, could you see more Astro's videos? Well, I've seen their newest stuff. I haven't seen their live stages yet. So that's probably what you're talking about, I'm guessing. Neon Light, I'm still sick. Can you believe 2nd week? I'm sorry, you need to like tackle that, like declare war on your body's, I don't know, pathogens. Like ramp up that immune system. Get like some vitamin C mega doses, drink lots of clear fluids, you know, don't drink any like soda or take a lot of candy, sugar. What else? Oh, rest is really important. But it's also important to get your metabolism up, get your immune system up. So I'd recommend a little bit of cardio or activity. It seems counterintuitive, right, to do that when you're sick, but it's actually pretty healthy when you're sick. Let's see. Do I have a bias in Astro? I didn't before I met them. I would probably say Jinjin was the coolest, and by Jinjin I mean I'm gonna hold up a whole list of everyone here. So Astro members. Well, yeah, I think Jinjin was like, I vibed with him the best for sure. I'm looking at everyone right now, all the members lined up. I know their names. It just reminds me of like the interactions I had with them. But yeah, I would probably say Jinjin for sure. Second bias, a close second would probably be Rocky. I don't know. I always felt like, you know, when I thought about it, like if I were in Astro, I'd probably be either Rocky or Jinjin. It'd be one of the rappers, for sure. Probably be the goofier rapper. Even though I'd want to be the cooler rapper, like, you know, like Rocky, I would end up being the Jinjin. But that's okay. What'd your girlfriend's finger do? I don't know if I have. Why does that sound so familiar? Didn't I already see that? Maybe it was during a live stream. But yeah, Moonbin's laugh is amazing. It is pretty amazing. Sanha. Always thought Sanha's laugh was a lot louder for sure. Have you read the new Red Velvet teaser pics? They're so beautiful. Oh no, I haven't. I saw that they dropped a teaser and they have a comeback coming out soon. When is it? On the 14th or something? It's coming up, but it's coming up. Their new comeback. Boy, I need to get a haircut. I think I'm gonna get a haircut tomorrow. It just gets tough to even like style after a while. I don't know. I prefer it a little bit shorter at the top. Maybe I should just grow it out. I haven't like really decided yet. I kind of want to do something different, I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so I'm ignoring the comments here. What's happening? I'm reading the comments. Thank you, Tina. Me too. Did you see Rose's new MV like we used to? I did not. I did not see that yet. Hey, what's up, Shannon? Have you seen in Tokyo? I don't think I have, no. Bowl cut. There's an idea. I actually had a bowl cut back in the day. My mom used to give us like all us boys the bowl cut. Her looks nice. Well, thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. Block B's very good. I did see that. Diet Blue. I don't know if I even can. You know, with like what's happening at work. You know, because like I guess I could. I just didn't know if there was like a dress code. There is a dress code where like, are you allowed to just dye your hair any color? Plus, I mean, I need to get like some sort of respect as an engineer. And if I'm walking around with blue hair, I feel like, I don't know, people would just, I would get insulted like crazy. Which isn't too big of a deal, but everyone at work just figured out that I'm a K-pop YouTuber. You know, like it all happened very quickly. So for me to like do that again, I don't know, I'm just asking for it at that point. New posters, you caught it. Yes, they're new posters. So speaking of which, these are Displate posters by Displate. They're metal posters. I got a bunch of them, but metal posters. I'm a huge fan of these because I can like change them out anytime I want. Really cool posters. Who knows what this is? You either are gonna know exactly what this is or no clue what this is. So anyone who's a fan, I'm sure already knows who exactly this is. Got a Full Metal Alchemist up in here. Transmutation Circle. I love that show. I actually just saw that show recently. I binged the whole entire Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood show in only a few weeks. And there's quite a bit of episodes. But yeah, so I'm leaving a link down below if you want to check out their site. You know what? I don't know if I updated the link. Let me check. What's at the description right now? Okay. Displate, 20% off. Yeah, so there's a 20% off coupon if you guys want to like check out any of their prints. You can use 20% off using the code I left down. Also, I just sent an email to the person I was talking to at Displate, the people who like sent me all these posters, and they said they want to give you guys free posters. So if you, so it's like a giveaway. So if you want to comment like after the stream's done, you just comment in the comment section underneath the video. You just pick a poster you want and say why you want it, and then I'll just pick one of you guys randomly and we'll send you a free poster for Displate. So all you got to do is pick your favorite poster. They have so many really cool ones. But yeah, so it's like a promo / giveaway. But if you don't get picked, don't worry, you can still use the 20% off. But yeah, anyway, they need to get K-pop posters. I think I'm gonna tell them that. They're still, you know, starting up, so I'm sure they're trying to find artists still making posters for them and stuff. But yeah, they should get some K-pop posters. Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, you got it. That's definitely one of my favorite. Albie's over here. Rurouni Kenshin. I love that show. I only saw the first arc. You know, the first entire arc. Whoa, we just got a super chat. Thank you, Jasmine. But I didn't see the entire second arc. I heard it wasn't as good. Plus, I felt like it like wrapped things up, and I was so satisfied with the ending. But yeah, what's this? Please eat as per usual. Donated to the fund. Yes, I got the pizza fund. Please react to NCT's Baby Don't Like It and the Summer NCT Live again. Glad to be able to join. Welcome, Jasmine. Thank you for that. Welcome to the live stream. All right, so we have super chat here, which means they'll come out. Just want to make sure. Yep, that means it's there. So I have them saved already. I don't need to write them down. So I'll get to that in a second. Yo, dinner money. Did you hear about Death Note? What about it? I mean, I've seen the show. That's one of my favorite animes. But are they making it into like a live action movie or something? I didn't hear anything recent with that. What's up with Death Note? Finally able to join one of these live streams. Welcome, Jessica, Elizabeth, to the live stream. How's it going? Suju's come back. I don't think I've seen that. No, I haven't. But yeah, who watches Archer? That's like one of my favorite shows of all time. I feel bad even like recommending it because like I love the show. It's so witty and hilarious, and it's like my humor, but it's also pretty raunchy. You know, it's pretty like PG-13-ish. So I don't know, like some people I wouldn't recommend that to, you know. Horrible. Oh, right. I did hear about that. Netflix Death Note movie. I heard about that. Yeah, that's why I like somehow picked that up even though I didn't think I heard of it. Yeah, I heard that was like a terrible thing apparently. I still kind of want to check that out because I love that show. But yeah, Archer. I'm a huge fan of Archer. I love that show. What else? Oh yeah, so at the very end, I would be surprised because not a lot of people are going to know who's at the very end here. You know, because you have to have been in anime for a long time because it's kind of an older anime. You know, like in Cowboy Bebop era anime. I think the actual person who like wrote and directed Cowboy Bebop made this anime too. But it's kind of hard to tell just from the, just from the print. But I want to know if any of you guys can tell me who that is. That'll make me happy. It's like one of the first animes I've ever watched. I actually got this anime from my older brother, John. John was into anime a little bit, and he ended up just, letting me borrow his stuff. Yes, you got it, Anthony! Trigun, that makes me so happy you knew who it was. Vash the Stampede from Trigun. That's a classic anime right there. That's like old school anime awesomeness. I love this show so much. But yeah, I'd recommend it. This bag. Love that show. But yeah, I've seen a lot of animes too. A lot of animes. Let me bring up, you guys heard of My Anime List? It's like a Facebook, but to like, for your anime list. Like for every anime you've seen and to like check out other animes. Have I ever watched One Piece? No, I never got into One Piece. I didn't. Now I'm at the point in my life that I don't want to pick up an anime that's too episodic, that doesn't have like a really direct episode to episode plot. Like Attack on Titan, for example. That's a perfect example of an anime I love because every episode is so important and so much development happens and it's really, I don't know, action-packed and made for like someone like me. Whoa! Thank you for that, Cam. Got a mega chat. 10. Holy cow. Thank you. Request link I wanted to make last time, but it was late. Didn't want to keep you hungry. I remember that. You're all, considerate. Thinking about my well-being. I was so exhausted at the end of the last stream, and she was about to make a request, but she waited until now. All right, so request link I wanted to make last time. All right, let me check out this link for Josh. Here are a few MVs that I believe you would enjoy. I added a little trivia. Okay, cool. Cool. We'll have to watch this. This looks like fun. Do I read manga? I never really got into manga because I don't really like reading. I've seen like a couple, but never completed the whole manga. Like I'd pick something up and then never stick with it. Blue Exorcist, who really wanted to get me? So Josh Dove, if you guys know the K-pop reactor Josh Dove, he's really into Blue Exorcist. He recommended that to me. I wrote that down. No, I haven't seen those. What else? How do I donate to you, make you watch something? I don't know. I think you just set up a super chat. Like if you just want to like, oh, it's that thing down there, isn't it? Okay. It was hard because it was hidden, and I only gave a super chat once to my sister when she did a live stream. So like right there, that little $ symbol, yeah, right there. If you try to send one, I think it'll immediately go into setup mode for you. But yeah, anyway, let me bring this back up here. Poppy, what's good? Recognize a familiar face. Let's see. I'm always behind on comments. Please forgive me. I always watch these streams later, like in my own time. Just like when I'm like eating lunch or something. Because I read the comments again. And I always get frustrated at myself at all the stuff I miss. So I apologize. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Raven Akari, you sent me something in my P.O. box. I actually just checked my P.O. box again today. And I got 2 more packages. So I'm going to unbox those like really soon. Looks like you actually saw my super chat on screen. Oh, did you send one? Sorry if I missed that. Oh, no, yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. What was that sound? What did I do? I missed that. But yeah, hold up a second here. How many people are watching? I'm just curious. 128. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So if this is like your first time to the stream, I should have renamed the stream, because like there are some times where I'll do like start to finish all K-pop reactions, and then there's some times where I'll like really laid back and just like talk a lot. I feel like this is gonna be a 50-50 stream, you know, with like doing K-pop reactions and then just hanging out. Thank you. I love these posters. They're pretty cool. If you're just coming in now, I just mentioned I'm doing a giveaway for these posters. So they're by Displate. I left a link down below if you want to check it out. Really cool metal posters. And so if you just go on their site and pick one you like, and just let me know in the comments below after the stream's done, you know, which poster you want and why. And I'll just pick one at random and send you the poster. But there's a 20% off if either way. But yeah, so that's the giveaway. Kira. I love that name, Kira, so much, because it reminds me of Jack and Daxter. Like, that was one of my favorite games growing up of all time. Then Jack and Daxter 2, then Jack 3, then the Daxter game. Like, I played Jack and Daxter so much, and then like the crush in that game, the girl crush was Kira. But yeah, then you had Keira Knightley, who is one of my like original girl crushes growing up. Like, I love that chick so much. She's always in like action movies. I don't know. She's like a pretty BA chick. I think I always fall for like the slightly BA chicks, but these flies are everywhere. But yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, and Kira from Death Note. I didn't think about that. But I love that name, Kira. It's a cool name. Oh, Carson has to go do homework? Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry. But you gotta do it. You know, school is an investment. You know, you don't want to do it, you just do it. And it's a good call. Well, you know, enjoy that. That go to bed and get good sleep, and the rest of us will stay up and make bad decisions. And like, not. Is that Cloud from Final Fantasy near the Trigun poster? It is. Good eye. Good eye. Let's see here. Oh, it just skipped to the bottom. First saw her in Bend It, like Beckham. Look at that movie. Josh, you should watch Lee Hiyori Bed and Breakfast. Lee Hiyori, I've seen a lot of stuff with her in it. I never saw that one though. Displate has so many amazing Star Wars posters, and I had no. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of really cool Star Wars posters. They have like imagine any movie, they've got like posters for that, or any show. I felt those claps through my mic. Okay, I won't clap again. I'll just try to like grab the fly and just like squirt her. You know, if anyone's like really against that, you're just gonna have to accept the fact I'm gonna try to kill this fly. I beg you, react to Taemin. Taemin's doing like a new thing, right? What was it called? Thirsty or something? Like, I just saw a teaser for that today. So I think that's coming out soon. I wrote down a list. I have it on my schedule. I have a calendar over there specifically for K-pop comebacks. So I'm like trying to stay on top of it. I've been pretty proud of myself. Like, for a week straight, I've stayed on top of a lot of comebacks. And I want to like keep doing that. It's really about a momentum thing. You have to get momentum. How old Naruto is right now. No, I don't. But that's a show I never got into either. BTS is going to be on Ellen. I heard that they got invited. I didn't know if they accepted or not. To unbox my package. Yeah, I should totally do that. I got a package here from Raven Hikari. I won't show her address, but this is the package. Big yellow envelope. Okay, what do we got here? Thank you, by the way. It's been a while, you know. I feel like I got, oh, super chat. What's good? Thank you for that, Grace. Let's see, Snooper, Platonic Love, MV, choreography version. Cool, cool. We'll check that out after this. All the super chats like stack up in my browser I have pulled up here, so I don't lose them. So I will go in order though. But yeah, I got a bunch of, when I first opened my PO box, there was like a ton of people, you know, sending stuff, and then like it was like everyone who wanted to send something sent something, and then it stopped. And then I got like a few every once in a while. But I don't promote it, it's my fault. I just don't like tell people about it. So it's my fault. But yeah, every once in a while I'll get something eventually. I'm like, yes! Thanks for doing this live. I was feeling kind of lonely and your streams always cheer me up. Well, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I love, that's a great compliment. You know, I'm able to like brighten people's day. This is a lot for me too. Like I do it for y'all, but I also do it for me because I get lonely. I'm really lonely here in New Jersey. Like I know very few people. I don't really have people I can hang out with on a Friday night. So this like means a lot to me. Like I really look forward to these streams a lot. Stop giving. Yo, let's see. They accepted. Oh, they accepted the Ellen. Okay, cool. So they're definitely going. That's awesome. BTS is gonna be on Ellen. That's amazing. I keep wanting to send something again. I always forget. So I'm looking forward to that, Cam. Looking forward to that. I always watch your video after you're done, but today I woke up early just to watch the live stream. You didn't see it. Awesome. Welcome, Walker. I'm glad you can join. Live in New Jersey. Oh, cool. Yo, we got another New Jersey person. Represent. What's good? Yo, we just got a new governor elected here in New Jersey. Not that that even matters to anyone here, but it's interesting, you know, because we're going to see some crazy changes. None of them, like, really great. Well, it depends on your perspective, but we're going to have increased taxes all around. Like, New Jersey, one of the heaviest tax states in the entire America. So to get even more tax is going to be tough. That's another reason I got to leave and eventually go back to Maryland. I mean, Maryland isn't that much better, but it's so expensive living here in New Jersey. So expensive. It's $2,000 a month for rent here, but it's a really nice apartment. But it's really expensive. Tina, we are a big K-pop family. What's he watched so far? Nothing, Joshua Jones. We all just been waiting for you and your melodic voice. You need to start like a podcast or something. You know, because you got like the voice of a podcaster. What do we got here? Hip Hop Monster. Oh, yo, that's a BTS like folder, like a BTS Trapper Keeper? No way. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna bring this to work and no one is gonna know but me. No one will know but me. Oh, sweet. I actually needed a folder too, so this is perfect. Look at that. I like that. It says PP holder. What does it mean by PP? Official PP holder? Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to whiz in this thing. I'm sure they mean something else by PP. Oh, it says Jin. It says Jin here. It's the Jin one, which they probably have one for every member. But yeah, you knew Jin's my bias. You got another poster, I guess? A poster here? I wonder what's it. Here we go. What is it? Oh, hey! Look at that! Check it out, yo, it's Astro! I don't have an Astro poster, my first Astro poster. I'm so happy. I'm gonna have to press this out and get get these like lines out of it. That's a sweet poster. Look at that. Jin looking good. Of course, he's right next to the other rapper. Yo, I love how like serious it's being right here. He's like the most like, he's a clown in person. I love this guy. But yeah, got it. Moonbin in the back. MJ. It's good. How cool is this poster, guys? Oh, I needed new posters too. So right now I'm looking at like, here, I'll show you, I'll turn you around. Right now I'm looking at my setup over here. That's kind of like the back of my setup. So there's like plates there. Like I was just eating like lunch and dinner. But yeah, this is the back of my setup. That's where I film. But yeah, so like I took a poster down here. I need to like put something up there. But I want to take this guy down because that's been like the main poster, this Big Bang. I want to take that down, take down like all the ones in the back, maybe move that car like over there, maybe move this down. But I want to put like 5 new posters up. I just don't have the money for it right now, honestly. But I've been kind of like waiting for that. Cool, but I just got a poster, sweet. Awesome. Josh is eating. I was. Yes. Oh, and there's another poster here. There's another one. Cool. What's this one? What is it? I can't say. Yo, check it out. SM represent. We got some groups up in here. Well, it's one artist here. Oh, it says something on the back here, but it's like I can't read his different language. What's your number? What's your number? I like this post. It's perfect too because I don't think I have a single, no, I don't have a single pink poster up there. And I was actually just looking online for posters and I was trying to find one with different colors because I feel like I always go neutral colors, which is boring after a while. It's what I like, you know, like having grays and blacks and dark blues and stuff. But I just don't typically go for like the more exotic colors. But yeah, man. So Super Junior has really made an awesome comeback in my mind. Like I didn't know what to expect for them just because of how long they've been gone. I think it's likely that this might be one of the last. I hope not. I think that regardless, it's not going to be the end of Super Junior as a whole. I think that they're all individually going to continue in one way or another. But their latest comeback, Black Suit, that blew my mind. That's probably my favorite comeback so far, at least in recent history. It's incredible. I mean, what was that genre? Electro swing? Awesome. I listened to electro swing just like on my own. Like Akbar got me into that. You know, some of that indie music-ish. Two Door Cinema Club or Bombay Bicycle Club. I don't know if you guys check that out. Yeah, it is Rurouni Kenshin. I always point over there because like it's like mirrored, but yeah, Rurouni Kenshin. Good eye. Already been 12 years. They are the OBOs in K-pop, man. Are they called first generation K-pop or are they like second? I guess like Sechkis would be first. I don't know. I wasn't around for the very early stage. I was like 2011 is when I like started dabbling a little bit. That's when John started showing me stuff for the first time, 2011. 2012, a little bit more, started to learn the group names, realized some of my favorites, you know, I started getting into EXO more. They're second gen, first gen, second? I think they're second, technically. First gen ended in 2002. They're second gen, okay. Shall We Dance was my favorite week to go. That was a good one. Absolutely. Was that it? I got distracted. Oh, there's something else here. We got a letter. Here we go. And it reads. Oh, it even says right here, it's okay to read this on camera. Thank you, Raven Hikari. Here we go. Hi, this is Cassandra, aka Raven Hikari. Dear Josh. So I have a few more things to send you. So first thing, oh, check it out. He is for Super Junior M. Super Junior is also is my ultimate bias group. Please support their October comeback. The other two things, and I did. I'm so happy. Like you bet the October comeback. I didn't get to see this yet. The other two things are Astro poster and something Jin related. The other two? Did I miss something? I think I might have. Well, maybe it's on the way. An Astro poster and something Jin related. You know I'm not really a BTS fan, but I know you like Jin. See, I respect that. Thank you for that. You know, knowing that even though they're not your bias group, you let me feel in the love here. I can feel the love. But yeah, who watches Stranger Things? Like I just got this sweater over there from Target today. Stranger Things. It's not even for me, it's for a friend. Such a huge fan of that show. The first season was amazing. I always like kind of get worried about the second season of any show because, you know, it can be a hit or miss. But I thought it was incredible. I love Stranger Things season 2. I thought it was just as good as the first one, if not better, in my opinion. The ending was phenomenal. I don't really even want to see a third season. I think they're coming out with a third one, like eventually, but I don't even want to see that because I'm thinking it wrapped up so well for me, and I don't want to see Will keep going through terrible things. I mean, poor child. Will, like, I feel so bad for that guy. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, Cassandra. I appreciate that. We're putting these posters up soon. I'll wait until after the stream. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that. Please, no spoilers. Yep, no spoilers. All I can say is that I really loved it. Everybody keeps telling me about it. I might just start. It's a good one. It's a good one. There's, what was it? I just got a DM on Twitter. Someone, where were they even from? Was it Spain, I think? They were in Spain, and they really they found it on Target, you know, the website, Target, which is like just a grocery electronics. It's a department store, like a supermarket type thing if you don't know what Target is. But they found something on Target and they wanted to buy it, that sweater, and they were like, I can't ship it to Spain. So I was like, I got you. I'll go get it. So I went in and I got it, so I'm going to ship it to her hopefully tomorrow early in the morning. I wonder how much it'll cost to ship something to Spain. I'm like learning so much about international like shipping, especially after that whole like BTS Her album giveaway. But yeah, I'm still working on a couple of those. It's really tough to ship them sometimes. But if you guys ever need help with something like that, like I can be your American middleman if you need me to like ship you something, or if you ever have problems, or like post office isn't far from me, and I'm usually going by the post office just to pick up stuff from my PO box. Especially if it's something really important that you can't do yourself, like if there's like papers coming in or something, I can help you. But yeah, just throwing that out there. I don't want to like put it out too much. Like, I'll help, but I like it when someone has tried on their own and, you know, done everything they can before hitting up JB, which is who I am. Like it's funny. It's kind of funny. Like what was it? I'll have random questions. Someone asked me to help them with their statistics homework, and I did. But it's someone asked me like questions about American culture because they were dating this one American guy and they wanted to know what was normal, like when someone's the way guys behave. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I'll get a bunch of different questions. Taman's thirsty. But yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Let's move on. There's two other things for the unboxing. Boy, people are probably like, Josh, just get into your freaking K-pop video. What are you doing? I just didn't have a plan for this. I want to do some reactions. Let's do that. Let's do a couple reactions, and then we'll open something, and we'll a couple reactions open something. You know, especially because I got like, what do you call it? Super chat requests. I gotta do those. Gotta respect the super chat. All right, what's up here? Can I bring up? I think I can if I just boom. Okay, so that's another window for YouTube, and then boom, we'll pick that up there, and then boom, I'm gonna pull up a super chat. NCT, baby don't like it. Okay. Is it this one? I think it's probably this first one here. Okay, so there isn't a music video. Let's see. You guys already seen Luna, guys. I have my fluids course. Don't ask me for help on that. But yeah, Cross Gene. I love Cross Gene. I'm a huge fan of Cross Gene. Josh, watch Playback debut. You said, oh yeah. What was the name? It was Playback. Was it? I owe that to Joshua Jones from last stream, so I don't want to forget that. Thank you for reminding me. Playback, right? Playback. So his debut, I guess the debut was Playback. 2 years ago, 3 million views, CJENM. Yo, CJENM, that's who I'm partnered with. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see if I got this correctly. So I need to fix this guy real quick. I'll make that bigger, giggity, boom. And then we'll go ahead and fix it so you guys can see it. I usually do this like before the stream starts, but I was running late, so I'm sorry. You guys are gonna have to bear with me with these technical difficulties. Boom. There we go. Cool. I wanna check this out. Let's go. Playback. Up. Hit the playback. Okay. Well, I like this already, personally. Oh, hey, cutie. Happy birthday. Oh, who's he though? We don't have any English subs, unfortunately. I'll just have to like, just telepathy right now. I'm gonna figure out what this is about. Josh loves the cuties. I do. I love me some cuties. Who are they? They're Playback. Hit the playback. Hit the playback. Hit the playback. This kind of feels like a debut. You know, they're giving the members individual focus. I'm glad they are. We don't want favorites. Not in the beginning. This is good. This is really good. I hope they're still making stuff. Playback. Call. Oh, they're talking about a boy right now. I bet they're saying he better play back. I don't know, I'm not sure. Oh, they're on a hiatus? Okay. They just had a comeback? That's probably what I watched, was the comeback. It's a really good song. It's so simple in the beat, but it feels so whole. You know, I don't feel like there's anything lacking. Great song. I don't know what they're trimming, but I'm sure it makes sense to them. That was good rap. They cute though. Hit the playback. I want to hear like, oh whoa, that cymbal though. Hold up a second here. That cymbal reminds me of something. That cymbal right there. What? I've seen that. Maybe. Where did I see that? Was it like a Astro symbol or 17 symbol, or I feel like I've seen something really, really similar to this symbol here. You know how it's like the infinity, it keeps going. I don't know. It's weird. MC Escher. Okay, so in the very beginning, this just started out interesting. They start out right away with rap. That's such an interesting choice. I love it. And then they start. That's incredible. I don't know anyone else who's done that. Nothing comes to mind. But I really like that. I think that's incredible. But yeah. Alright, so let's see here. 3 million views. Came out 2 years ago. Hoping since Jessica joined the company, it'll be back more popular. Jessica? Jessica joined CJE&M? Cute rap flow. She does have a cute rap flow. Google Play, Josh. No, I'm thinking of something else. I really am thinking of something different. It's a different symbol. Anyway, forget it. Like it. NCT's Baby Don't Like It. So this was, I guess, a song that didn't have an MV. It wasn't a title track. NCT 127. Okay. Baby Don't Like It. Lyrics with color code. Perfect. Awesome. Glad fans make these for me. It's perfect. Oh, I had it on mute. We're good now. Whoa, super chat. Thank you for that. There we go. Get that bass. I got you, Speeches. I got you. Dangerous woman like you. Baby don't like it. Natural to be afraid. Interesting sound. Brother tease. Is this whole song rap? I love this. Get it? Yo, the sound effects though. I think I know why. So this is what was you gonna call it? Which album was this a part of? Second mini album, Limitless. Oh, it was Limitless. Okay. Yo, I love it. Who made this? Heartnets. Shout out to Heartnets. I love how it did the pictures at the end. Limitless. I gotta check out the rest of their album. Yo, because I love NCT 127. Why have I never checked out their album? I should have done like a first listen or something. Did I? I don't remember doing one. I feel like I would really enjoy that. You know, it's like there are some groups that I like. Honestly, I only like their title tracks. Like, I feel like people tend to put a lot of work into making their title tracks really like shine. And then it kind of like loses momentum for me with like some of the other songs in the album. But there's some groups out there that have really good content throughout the entire album. But yeah, BTS, I loved the Wings album. That's probably my favorite album, honestly. I wasn't a fan of BTS Her. I think it was a good album, but comparatively I wasn't as much of a fan of it. EXO had a really, really solid album. Well, that was one of my favorite first listens. Like, I was very impressed with that. I'd never done like a whole album first listen with them before, but I'd love to do an album first listen with EXO. I mean, NCT 127. Yeah. You know, and when I do a first listen to an album, I only want to do it with things that I'm like, I'm kind of sure I'm probably like, because I don't, you know, because they're really long. It's like an hour or two of just listening to an entire album and giving my thoughts. And if it's not my thing, I don't want it to come off as negative. You know, I don't want to insult the artist. I think things might just not be my cup of tea. They might be very good, just not my good. You know what I mean? And I don't want to insult anyone. Like, I'd rather react to stuff that I would love. So I like saying good things, because I'll say bad things if I actually do feel that way. Like during the the Epic High's new album, there's some really good stuff in there. Rich content, really very well produced. Incredible album. But it wasn't my cup of tea because it was sad. It was very melancholic. It was kind of depressing. Which, you know, you should have kind of, I guess I should have expected that from Epic High. But, you know, anyway. It's alright not to let certain songs. Thank you for that. We all support each other. This is okay. Come on, B&B, my green peas. Okay. Let's see. I got a couple things in the mail left here. I checked my P.O. box. I got these two things today. Let me bring out this. There we go. Boom. So there's something by Elena Bunce. Elena. Okay, we got something from Elena. From Denron, Texas. Sometimes like the handwriting's bubbly, and I'm like, that could be a T, it could be an R, but the mailman figured it out. We got it. All right, what we got here? It's hard to figure this out right now. There should be like a, oh, there we go, got it. Sweet, we got a letter. Or something's in here. Oh, check it out. Yo! We got Jennie. It's my bias in Blackpink by far. Huge Jennie stan. Love Jennie. This is going on the wall. This is going on the wall. That's nice. It's like Chibi Jennie. Got Chibi Jennie up in here. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Elena. It says here, hope you like the drawing. Viewing your videos. 50 Shades of Awesome. Thank you. You're 50 Shades of Awesome. And put their Twitter and their Facebook and their Insta. Perfect. I'm so glad they did that. So like, I can actually message her later and hit her up and DM and say, you know, I reacted to it at this specific point in the live stream. Because I'm not doing like a dedicated PO unboxing, so it's not as obvious. But that's pretty cool. I always wish I could draw. I can't really draw at all. Like I couldn't just do this. It would look like a stick figure. What I can do is I can learn a specific drawing. Like back in the day when I was really little, like SpongeBob was my favorite show. So I learned how to draw the characters. Like I learned how to make the perfect SpongeBob and the perfect Patrick and the perfect Squidward. And now I know those forever and I can do them very easily and it looks awesome. But I don't know, I can't do like a Jimmy Neutron or, you know, Ben and Jerry. I just can't go and do that. Did I say Ben and Jerry? It's Tom and Jerry. I must be hungry. I love Ben and Jerry so much. Have you ever had the Ben and Jerry's with the caramel core? The like caramel sutra? So good. They also came out with the fudge core Ben and Jerry's. You know, like the one that like the center of it's got like an entire center of just fudge. It's incredible. Oh my, and they have the cookie dough center. That's probably my favorite. Cookie dough or caramel. Cookie dough or caramel. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's, it's awesome. But yeah, thank you for this. It's awesome. I like having a variety on my wall. I don't want to just have like just big posters. I don't want to just have a bunch of little things. Like I like it when it's really randomized, but it also has to like make sense. What are you doing, caramel? But yeah, all right. So there's something. I think this is. I'm not sure. I think it might be a case. K-pop Sense. I remember, was that a website that I went to? Let me check it out. There we go, got it. Oh, I wasn't expecting this at all. What is this? This says, oh, it has a note in it. Open on live. Sent by @GGUK. The double GUK, what's good? The double GUK. Case will be sent separately. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm opening it live. All right, what do we got here? We got a t-shirt. What's good? What do we got? Oh, hey, it's a BTS shirt. Yo, BTS. We got it. I love it. I love it. I kind of want to put it on right now. I'll have to do it afterwards. I'm gonna wear that during my BTS reactions. They've got a what? They've got a something coming up by BTS. They've got a mic drop remix with Steve Aoki, I think, on the 14th or the 17th. I think they are. But yeah, oh, armpit sweat. Yeah, I'm heating up right now. It's not too hot in my apartment. It's just when I live stream, I think I heat up a little bit. But yeah. Jungkook, Suga, Rapmon, J-Hope. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. It's like retro. They did a cutout. That's a cool background too. I like it. You know, because sometimes I'll see shirts that just have one thing in it. They'll just have like, oh, a picture of this or an album cover or something. But I like something that has some detail to it. It's got multiple things. I also like when the graphic is high up to the collar. I know a lot of people might not think about that, but when the graphic is like really low on the shirt, it just seems odd to me sometimes. Plus, when I'm in a video, you can't even see it. It's like all the way down here, and I'm trying to hike up so that people can see what the shirt actually says. But yeah. The K-pop K-pop sense. I think it's just a logo. Yeah. The K-pop sense. Like, is that where this is from? I'm gonna have to like I'll leave a link down below after I make the live stream. I'll make a link in the description that'll say K-pop sense in the site. This is on graph paper. I love this. To Josh. Sorry I sent this on graph paper. LOL. Yo. Wanted to send this shirt to you since it's now been released in November. Hair in my throat. I never know whether or not to read something, you know, live. Oh. Rip it open, boy. This? Okay, I'll rip it open. Yo, you're here. What's good? Got the double G UK. You designed this? Oh, something fell out. There was something in here. Yo, check it out. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to wait until the camera focuses on it. Is that what I think it is? I think it might be a sticker. It is. It's a sticker. I was like, is that a sticker or a tattoo? That would be funny if it was a tattoo. Just put like a tattoo, say, I just got it on my arm, and I'll roll it up and like put it on Instagram. Got a little Hobie, little J Hope. I could say, I think it says Hicks tape. The camera always is pretty, I don't know, it's picky on what it wants to focus on. But I think it works most of the time. But yeah, that's cute. I gotta figure out where I can put this, maybe on the back of my monitor. I should put it on the map and see if anyone notices. But yeah, cool. Sorry, that's a big fan of Batman's. I don't really know your size, and I want it to be a surprise since it looked really skinny. I sent you a large so I can fit loose, but not too loose. I think that'll work. I'm like a medium for the most part, but then like things can get short on me. But yeah, I think a large is fine. You're Korean. Well, your English is perfect. No need to apologize. You good? I don't know what that says at the end there, but I know what the rest of that is. What does that say at the end? Can anyone help me out here? What does it say at the very bottom there? I've got you. I'm gonna find you out. Find you out, double G UK. Thank you for that. It's a lot of fun. I feel like I'm doing another PO unboxing. Like one of the really big ones. It's like a little mini version. Mini PO unboxing. I love it. And I think that was everything. So we good. I'm using a snap box right now. Oh, it says I love you. What? I'm using a snack box to prop up my microphone right now. You guys can see it. It's my mic here. And I'm using a Tokyo Treats box. I need to do an unboxing for this. It's been here for weeks. I just haven't had the time. Tokyo Treats. I should probably do an unboxing eventually. But I feel like if I'm gonna do that, it'll take a while, and I don't wanna like piss people off. They're probably waiting for reactions. But maybe afterwards. I'll try to do the reactions now, and then if there's time afterwards, we totally got to do that. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so that might not be a good idea, but it's all right. All right, so what's up next here? Summer 127 live. All right, so I'm trying to find the, wrong one. Trying to find the second one here. All right, we got Summer 127. So this is it right here, I think. Is it this one right here, or is it the next one? You guys gotta help me out. Fan Cam, Bangkok Summer 127. Feel like two different ones. And then there's the choreography, I guess by someone else. But yeah. First and day, man. I have to eat dinner, so let's all get just. Hey, I'd do that. Yeah, let's all just eat together. My browser just randomly crashed. That happens sometimes. I'm using Chrome, so it doesn't happen too often, but sometimes someone's reacted tame and thirsty. Did it just come? I thought they did the, did that come out? Yeah, I just saw the teaser for that. Did it just drop? Just had a granola bar all day. Jenny, you gotta go eat. What are you doing? Just want to say I won't be able to join Gen 180 live stream tomorrow. My dad and his girlfriend are visiting. Oh, okay, that's fine. You just watch it when you can. But yeah, Gen 180. So I'm doing a live stream tomorrow at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. Just heads up. I should have like scheduled that so it pops up. I'll do that after this stream. But yeah, there's a link down below if you want to check out Gen 180. It's the new channel. It's like my second channel that I've made. Yes, it's out. Yo, I need to do a reaction to that. But I want to do like a separate non-live version of that so I can like really go through it, and I don't know. I like saving live stream stuff for like all the rest. Big comebacks are done pre-recorded and everything else is done live. Never joined the Gen 180 live stream because I'm meeting on Saturdays. Oh, you got a meeting? Well, maybe we can move it. I'd like to keep it consistent for now, see if it works for people, but I've had a couple people say that, you know, say different things about it not working at noon on Saturday. So if it's enough people, I think we'll just like shift it to try to see if we can accommodate more people. But yeah, 4K fan cam. I'm trying right now because there's a super chat that says NCT Baby Don't Like It and the Summer 127 live. And there's a couple 127 lives, but I think they're all fan cams. I just want to make sure I get the right one. I don't want to get the wrong one. Debut stage once again. It's probably one of these. I just can't figure it out. I want to make sure I got the right one. He can't because it has American music in it. Yeah, you got to worry about, you know, getting a copyright strike sometimes. That happens. It's quite annoying. Yay, more NCT. The Avicii's Mind Played music video. Let's see. 10 minutes out. I gotta do it like right after this stream. Let's bust through these requests. No one knows which one it is. All right, let's just do the top one. Came out a month ago. That's a pretty good fan cam. Summer 127. I'm like hearing this song and seeing it for the first time now. Yo, look at their outfits. It's like faded into blue. That's really interesting. It's like he already was wearing white and they kind of spray painted him. That's probably what happened. Blue's my favorite color though, so I'm loving this aesthetically. Yo, Kim, so sarcastic, Jenny. Amazing camera quality. They're doing their best, I guess. I like that they're actually singing live too. When they're lip syncing and you're not actually hearing them, I don't know what the point of a live performance is then. But I get it's really hard to do when there's like heavy choreo. So I understand that. Where is this? I'm not sure. I can't tell. Very low energy crowd right now. But this is like a chiller song. You know, this ain't Fire Truck. This is a chill song. They're recording it. I can see it in the back. There's like a camera moving, camera panning. I guess they didn't release it. So the center of the stage I can see is like a circle. Does that mean it's gonna start like rotating? Get it? It's kind of hard to hear with just the fan cam. It's like, it sounds like they're playing in the next room. The lot. How do you say that? Lot or lot or latte? L-O-T-T-E. Lot family concert. Cause they make like, that's a company that owns a lot of. They make a lot of snacks and foods. They're like a General Mills of Korea. Lotte. That's a good song. I haven't heard this before. Yeah, no disrespect, but I agree. 127 is definitely my favorite subunits. They also have an amusement park? What? I didn't know they had that. That's pretty cool. Latte. That was a good one. Wish I was there. So it's probably in Korea then. It's a latte family concert. It's pretty cool. Think it's a concert for SM artists? Okay, gotcha. Best subunit hands down. But no printer, just facts. I didn't even catch you say that. I thought it was like Lottie. I guess it's latte. It's what it like officially is, quote unquote. But yeah. Oh, that's from the Cherry Bomb album. Gotcha. Cherry Bomb. That's a bop and a half right there. But you know, all their songs are bops. I agree. Back to you by 120. I don't think I have. I have to go cook tortillas with my dad. Well, feel free. We'll see ya. We'll see ya when we see ya. No problem. They're always killing it. I should do Taman's Thirsty eventually. A lot of requests for that. I really was looking forward to that too. I just didn't know when it was coming out. I thought it would come out tomorrow, to be honest. All right, and this is a doc that has a bunch. Hey there, here's a few music videos I believe you enjoy. I added a little trivia and a link to each song. I thought it'd be easier for you to find them that way. Kanto, What You Want, featuring Kim Sung Kyu of Infinite. I absolutely adore this song. Perfect combination of funky and jazz beats. Absolutely amazing rapping and outstanding vocals. Definitely one of my favorites. Cool, let's do it up. I'm a fan of funky jazzy beats. That sounds like my kind of music. It's Kanto. Got the auto-tune. Yo, this is funky jazz beats. He's like, got English subs. The way you text is a work of art. People love what they can't have. What you want, baby? Yo. When did this come out? This came out 2013? I would not have guessed that. I thought this came out this year. He's like losing his mind that this girl is so nonchalant. Hard to get. Who was it again? You gotta tell me. Oh, with Infinite. It is from Infinite. Okay. Kim Sung-kyu. What you want, baby? This really held its age. I would not have guessed this from a 2013 song. Yeah, the visuals could be a little dated, but the song itself is pretty good. Oh, he just scored the number. What? I will call you. There you go. That was a great song. What's that mean? I guess the moral of the story is, you know, there are some women that, you know, I don't know. What was the moral? You just, there's nothing you can do. You gotta just like play it cool, and eventually, if they're interested, then they might let you know, I guess. Did she give him her whole phone? I think I missed entering the number. I think what happened was, like, he was into her the whole time, and she was kind of just like playing hard to get, like, screw you. And then at the very end, she gave him a card, which I thought everyone kind of would think that had her number on it. It wasn't. It was just a message saying, "I'll call you." But, you know, if she doesn't have his number, how do you call someone? You can't pull a Hitch and just somehow know where to look them up in New York City. That was cool. I love the movie Hitch. Who's seen the movie Hitch? That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Love that movie. I'm such a sucker for rom-coms. Don't tell anyone that, though. Okay, what's up? Kanto. So he's probably the rapper, the guy that was rapping most of it. Kanto. It's hard to even find an artist profile. He's probably pretty low-key. Glad you also like Hitch. Alright, what was up next with this? Joo Young Wet featuring Super B. If sexy was a song, well, this would be it. Warning, this might get you pregnant. Oh, and Bora is in this, and she's not a woman, she's the woman. Alright, okay. Joo Young Wet featuring Super B. So we got Bora, and she's apparently the woman. Here we go. Apparently I'm gonna get pregnant from the song. Ooh. Lamborghini. So many horsepower. Yellow Lambo. When did this come out? 2015, okay. It's an understatement. Never trust a guy that's just freestyling in the mirror to himself, looking into his own eyes. It's not dry, so it won't hurt. That's, I guess that's logical, that makes sense. Yo! Someone get this guy an umbrella. Could you just stay inside, right? What's the name of this? The name of this is Wet. It's Or just get in your car. That's logic right there. Oh, now there's two women. I'm applying to do this umbrella. Only the main track. Oh, okay. Very suggestive, but it's only like it's maxing out that 15+ limit of suggestive. You know, they're being pretty tame with like, look what they're wearing. It's pretty modest for K-pop these days. We're saying 18+. Yo, that electric in the back. Hey, girl. That's a silhouette and a half right there. Try to like... I wonder what umbrella means. Oh. I get it, K-pop. That's more like R&B though, right? That was very suggestive though. Oh, we can watch Courtney and Jasmine's reaction. When was this? 2015. Watching their reaction. I want to see the ending of what they think of this. They are mesmerized. Look at this. This is a song that's made for girls, though. It's not made for guys. Well, it's just... Or not made for this guy. They're so quiet. I would have thought they'd be so louder. So louder. So much louder.
Like the end,
look at that. Look at that. Look at Jasmine right here. Look at Jasmine.
Like the end.
Oh, man. Looks like she's gonna need an umbrella. What? Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what was next here. So we just did Joo Young, J-O-O, Joo Young, Wet, featuring Super B. And up next, No Chang. No Chang, no time. No Chang. Oh, they opened it up. I wasn't ready for that. No Chang. Is this like a link somehow? I don't know how they did that. Vasco Junjigio? Question mark? No Mercy. So to make it quick, No Mercy is a 2015 survival show consisting of all the current members of Monsta X Plus trainees who were eliminated. For this mission, the trainees split into 2 teams, and they were each coached by various artists. You already reacted to the first team, Joo Young, coached by Mad Clown. Okay. Hyut team is going for a darker concept, and the fact that they still hadn't debuted in this and were already were this talented and charismatic is crazy. It is amazing, you know, just the raw talent you sometimes see in survival shows or just any type of show like that. Okay, so let's check this out. No Chang, Vasco, Joo Young. Where's that? The right one. Mercy. Whoops. It's the wrong one. No Mercy. Yo, that hits you right away. I'm playing this on my laptop, and I'm sorry about that. The bass isn't coming out like it should. Yo. Oh, okay, switch it up on me. Oh, this is really good. I like the song. Woo! Get it. I love the it's not choreographed, but I love like the dance moves that rappers do. It's like a whole style of dancing just for rappers. Who produced this? This is a great song. Feels like an anthem. I feel inspired. What's the song called? No Mercy. 2015. I want to like memorize the way rappers do their hand thingy. I want to do this like during normal conversation. Dude, he is killing it. Woo! Get it! That was incredible. I want to watch that again. Hold up a second here. He ain't even done. Yo, that's fire. Look at them, kings. That was incredible. I got the hand thingy down. Yes. Punch that box. Yo, this is dirty. I think they could have ended it there, personally. I think that song could have ended there. It's got a beautiful voice, though. Beautiful voice. That was really good. It's always interesting to me, you know, some of these songs, they'll really change sound. Like, you'll go from just, like, this guy just spitting fire to just this angelic voice. You know what I mean? I don't know. They do that in American pop, too, for sure. They'll have, like, a rapper like Eminem in a normal, like, female singing song, you know? Personally, I like to either hear one or the other. Sometimes it works well. You know, it works well to, like, mix rap with different things. But it's always a challenge because I feel like they're very different paces and they're just very different styles. You know, like, this was just so dirty. It should have been isolated, in my opinion. They should have trimmed it out and just kept this, like, dirtiness just in a silo. Who is this, by the way? The guy rapping right here, who is this? That was incredible. They should have just stopped there. That was incredible. Oh, wow. I know from VAV. Hashtag gun. It's gun. That was incredible. Why is he not up here? Vasco, Junjin Geo. That was really good. Jenny says, okay, at my train station now. Hopefully I can catch more of the live stream after I get back. All right, cool. You at the train station, catch that train. We'll see you afterwards, Jenny. But yeah. Whoa, super chat. What's good? Someone's, wait, what'd it say? Someone stop him with that damn glitter though. Yo, I thought someone was specifically saying that when someone was replying to you. Thank you for that. I wonder what currency that is. SEK? SEK. SEK. I'll pay you in 20 SEK. Icon and Boo Wall? Icon and Boo Wall? Rain and Your Story. Had fantastic duo. Cool. Let's check it out. The Korean Eminem. That's saying a lot. I have to agree with you on that though. I'd love to see more by him. That dude had a really good flow. I don't know what he was saying, but it sounded great. But mostly rap is, you know, people focus on the flow the most. I don't know if people appreciate enough the content that can go behind it, like the lyricism, the wordplay, like Kwon Ji Young and G Dragon's new album, incredible. I felt bad having like crappy translations for that because I didn't understand half the wordplay he was saying. Epic High does that too. Eminem for sure. That's like, you know, English wordplay. Swedish krona. Oh, okay. $2.39 US. Well, we just got the tip for that pizza done paid. What's good? I'm ready for that. What was I even saying? I forget. Let's see, Topp Dogg. Didn't I watch that? If I didn't, I'm gonna watch it now and see if I will remember it. Because, well, it's Ani. Is it Ani or Annie? I think it's Ani. Because when I was at KCON New York 2016, the first KCON, there was this chick I met named Nicole, and she actually, like, I got to know her a little bit. She held the camera and recorded me hugging Wien. Like, that footage was recorded by this girl, Nicole. We actually hung out at KCON 2017. She brought her sister. I remember that. KCON 2017 New York. But she requested, I remember, like, when we met, she's a huge Topp Dogg fan. She asked me to do that, Ani, by Topp Dogg. And I was like, yeah, I'll definitely do it. And I completely forgot until I did the footage. And I remember her asking it again. And I tried to do it again. So this is a long time coming if I haven't seen it. I'm glad you requested this. All right, what's up here? I think Topp Dogg are really underrated, personally. I'm a huge fan of Topp Dogg. I think they're incredible. They're really unique. They have a lot of talent. 3 years ago, I keep forgetting that Topp Dogg's been around. You know, like, I'm a fan of Topp Dogg. No, I have not seen this for sure. Are we gonna like do this the whole time? I think it is. (2014). See, that is a great incorporation of rap right there. It's a perfect example. It flows really well with the song. Guy looks like Mad Clown right there. I don't know the Topp Dogg members individually. Just throwing that out there. Yo. This is a shiny leather pants, latex pants. This is a really interesting choice of visuals. It's like you're going down a skyscraper. Did they just lose 3 members? I think I heard about that. Oh. That's why you mentioned Atom. Yo, that was catchy. Yo, that was my favorite part. I want to play that again. We'll hear it again. We'll hear it again. It'll come around. Do they produce their own music? I like how some of them are like normal sized and the rest are like King Kong sized. Who's that girl though? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, that's probably Ani. It is a unique MV. Only a million. This is pissing me off. Only 1 million views. What does that remind me of? I'm so serious, yeah. That's what that reminded me of. Right here. My brain is weird, guys. That's pretty good choreo. Do they have like a dance version of this? They might have done it. I don't know. Yo, this is a beat. I like this tune. It's a really good tune. That's catchy. That's all they wrote. There we go. I want to see anyone like respond to whether or not they write their own stuff. I don't know if anyone answered that question. A lot of it, yeah. See, I appreciate that. I really do. I have a whole new respect for groups that actually have creative input. I think it's like, yeah, and I feel bad because it depends on the company they're with, on how much creative freedom they have. I was just following this K-pop profile on Instagram, and I saw clips of an interview that Chris just did. EXO Chris. And he was talking about why he left SM and how he had no creative freedom and they basically had to just perform whatever SM gave you. And I know it's a little different now. It depends on the group. Yo, Joshua Jones, thanks for the mega chat. But yeah, so you feel bad, you know, even saying that I prefer groups that make their own stuff because sometimes it's not even up to them. But yeah. Double D. I did do this. It was my most recent reaction. So if you want to just check the most recent one, I did that. They actually danced with the disc in the music show. Did they really? That's amazing. That's pretty cool. I hope they didn't like fling him like a frisbee out into the crowd. Just like clock someone in the face. Ah! I'm so happy I got chosen. That's probably not what would have happened. Maybe it would have. Oops, I froze the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Let's bring this back down. Okay. Yeah, some groups from SM do create their own music. Yeah, some of them do. But SM, you know, they've got a reputation, and I'm sure that they're aware, very aware of their public image, and I'm sure they're trying to make changes. But the bigger you get, the harder it is to make change. They're from Luna. Oh, cool. Mine. Play by Nine Muses. Remember. I like Nine Muses. I've seen a few things by them. There were some things that just really weren't my cup of tea because they were very just poppy, mainstreamy. But there was a song by Nine Muses that I thought was incredible, which made me like remember them. Yo, what up? Another super chat. Thank you, Jasmine. I didn't even get to the other one, Jasmine. All right, what's up with the super chats? Here we go. Oh, wait, I did. You were the first one. And then Cam, and then I had done those. Thank you for that, by the way. And then we have, what's up next here? Snooper, Platonic Lover, music video choreography version. Yes, I got a choreo version. I love seeing an uninterrupted choreo. You can like just observe the whole thing uninterrupted. Okay, so we've got the music video. Okay. See what I mean? Like, a lot of it's visual, which is fine, but I don't know. Sometimes it works. But, you know, just like sometimes I like rap alone and I like pop alone. Sometimes I like choreo alone and a story video alone, if that makes sense. You know, when it's intertwined, it can kind of be a little messy sometimes. Platonic Lover. Okay. 2016. A year old. It's got that 80s feel. Here we go. Got the drum machine. I love it. Very great vocals. Synths everywhere. True. Even their outfits, they're just retro inspired. You got the pencil tie. This is a very leg-focused choreo. Like, most of the action is happening in the legs. I don't think I've seen that. That's really interesting. Kinda look young in this. Not him. I guess it depends. What are their age ranges? Oh. The dance is good. I think what this song really has going for it is the vocals. I hope we got a rap. Let's get some testosterone up in here. Gotta beat your chest a little bit. Yo. This is so interesting to watch. Are any of you guys like noticing how wait a second. This is really unique choreo. Very unique. That was different. Holy cow. So that was like 3 things I noticed right off the bat. Well, one, it's a retro, like synthy, drum machine. Would you say 80s inspired? Or is that going too far back? No, that would make sense. Could it be 70s? I don't know, it depends. I'm not good with my decades past the 90s. I'm not, it's all old school to be. But even the threads were obviously, the clothing was very old school. With the choreo, I noticed right away in the first half, it was like all legs. They were like very heavy with the legs and like everything they were doing. There were times where they had their hands almost to their sides and they were basically just doing a lot of like kicks together. It was really interesting. I hadn't seen something like that. Oh wow, they didn't get very many views. Well, they're not like super well known. But I feel like for this, it was very focused on the vocals. It was a vocal song. They were flexing their vocals. Dude, this harmonization at the very end though. The harmonization at the end is incredible. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Right after the rap. Right after they get their male strength on. Here we go. Really good vocals. Incredible vocals. You know what? With incredible vocals like that, I feel like the choreo almost might have been, I could be completely wrong, it's just a guess, a wild guess, but the choreo was focused in the lower half so that it's not interrupting the vocals. It was like a choreo base so that they could focus on still singing live. Because, I mean, you try singing and doing like BTS, like S choreo with fire and dope, it's incredibly difficult to actually like jerk around and have really sharp, clean movements all in synchronization and still try to sing and hold a tune. It takes years of practice. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if the choreo was designed to emphasize the vocals. Just a guess. I could be wrong. Probably am. That was good though. Platonic Lover. Interesting. Yeah, it was 2016, March 2016. That was like a little bit even before I heard a lot of those types of retro comebacks in K-pop, because they all kind of came at once. And it was more summer of 2016 that they all started really coming back. And you guys know what I mean. Like there was like retro, every group is doing retro. Just around the like shiny one of one time-ish. A little bit after that, a little before. Well, it was peppered in there. But you know how there's different sounds in K-pop that really come back. Like right now, for example, I'm hearing a ton of these like tropical vibes. You know, think Card and think like steel drum. Think like just synthy. It almost sounds Jamaican or Romanian or Hawaiian. You know, just somewhere warm. Just sounds like a summer beat. I hear a lot of that now. And I love it. I personally love it. But like K-pop kind of goes through these different cycles. A lot of groups are coming back. Ton of groups are coming back. Bubble Tea 8. Ton of groups. It's a good time for K-pop. Exciting time. There's a lot of groups in the next couple weeks coming back. Red Velvet's making a comeback too. Taemin just did a comeback. Like just now apparently. Thirsty, right? So as soon as I'm done with this reaction, I'll probably try to do a normal pre-recorded one to that. But yeah. Interesting song. Okay, so what were we doing next? Let's see, that was Grace's request, speeches. We have, hey Josh, you've already seen part 1 of Sunamu's Happy Bongs. Part 2 was just recently released. Sunamu, I knew it. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Awesome. I hope you enjoy your weekend as well. Cool. Who got a snap from me earlier this week? It depends on whether or not you follow me on Snapchat, but out of everyone here, like, did anyone get a snap from me on Monday being like, hey, have a good week? Just curious if anyone here had gotten that. All right, so let's put this in. Oh, you did? Some of you guys did. What's good? Still waiting for FX after 2 years. It's been a while. What was the last one? 4 Walls? Taemin's Move version. I did. It made your day. I'm glad it made your day. That makes me happy. Yes. Cool. Awesome. Wait, what's your snap? LOL, I just realized. I think I put it in the description. It's J, the letter J, Carter, because that's my middle name. C-A-R-T-E-R. And then Binder. Or B. The letter B. So J Carter B. I didn't on Snapchat. Cool. That's a labor of love. I love doing that, but it takes a long time. Whoa, we got another one. Grace, what's good? Thank you. I'm gonna have to check that out. Snooper, It's Raining Beam version. Beam version. Sounds sci-fi. I love doing those snaps to everyone. You know, like the beginning of the week or the end of the week or whatever. But it takes a long time. Like, I think because you can only when you like if you make a snap and then you know swipe right so you can click the people you want to send it to. Snapchat only lets you send it to a maximum of 200 people at a time. So I had to send out probably 30 different snaps because I figured out there's about 5,300 people right now that I have on Snapchat. And then my Snapchat bogs down after you get past the first couple thousand because they're all moving through the servers and it's like my app slows down. So then I pull up my second phone, my work phone, my iPhone, and I start continuing on there because it'll be like a clean phone to continue my Snapchat. So I'll log in and finish out the rest of the 5,000. But then I have to just plug my phone in because it's like constantly receiving messages back from people. So it basically just gets super hot and drains the battery immediately. So I have to plug it in for the next like 12 hours because my phone is just getting hundreds and hundreds of messages. About 2,000 messages I got. And, I want to read every one of them and then save the message. So I think the whole ordeal, start to finish, from like sending snaps to everyone, getting snaps, everyone back, and replying to everyone, just one time replying to people, it probably takes about 10 hours of time, start to finish. It's so much fun, but it takes like 10 hours. That's why I only do it like, I don't know, once every couple months. There's got to be a way to like automate that. Snapchat's, they're not made. That app is not designed for what I'm using it for, I think. I kind of push it to its limits. But I love that. I love that app. I love Snapchat. So I knew it. Here we go. First one. 4 days ago this came out. Okay, so I saw part 1, and part 2 kind of just came out. So I knew it. All right, let's do it up. Let's do it up. Oh, Matilda's going to bed. Good night. Take it easy. I could close out some things. 98 people watching. English subtitles are now available. Cool. Sometimes it says that and they're not available, and that always gets on my nerves. It's like they're trolling me. Spanish guitar, right away. That's something else you'll hear in a lot of K-pop songs recently. Don't hide yourself. You're beautiful. They're like so emotionless. That's probably the whole point. Yeah, this is a build-up. Here we go. Yo, who is that though? In the front there. It's the same old story. I don't want love, baby. No pain, no love. Do that melancholic, independent girl power dance. We got this. I like it though. It's very, I don't know how you would say it. Like the Spanish guitar, you can see it in their outfits too. We have grown apart. There is nothing between us. Aaron Foster, what's good? Whoa, it's already been 2 hours? Holy cow. Guys, it's been 2 hours. How did that happen? I would have guessed like 40 minutes. You made me fall in love with you. It's the guy's fault. Let's get mad at him together. Girl power. Whoa, hold up a second here. Oh, that might not have been a good place to stop. I'm trying to stop right here. I'm not even gonna try. Like wearing like silk now, silk bathrobes. Oh, it's like Oniwa. Dancing King. That's what it reminded me of. Dancing King. XO. Yeah, it really did feel like 45 minutes. Ooh. Good vocals. So it's like a Spanish concept. There's no such thing like a movie. The same old story. I'm done with you, bae. How could you be so shameless? How dare you? Makes me feel bad for being a guy. I feel like I need to apologize to them. That's a solid MV right there. Solid song. I hate these like card things here. Like they put like on the, like blocks the MV. I can't even see it. It's so annoying. Like when I do those on my videos, I wait until it's already done and then it's like a black screen and then I'll put it on there. I don't know. People are stupid. Okay. Sonamu. When did they debut? I think I saw their debut. Let me look them up real quick. Sonamu. TS Entertainment, right? I just looked this up when I saw the part 1. So that was a comeback recently, 4 days ago. Their family bang, 2014. Okay. 7 members. 2005 debut, 2006 Box Project. Interesting. Their debut was Deja Vu. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Can you please react to Guju? Oh, man, these chats move so quick. Live requested their last comeback numerous times. You always ended up watching them on your own time, but this one is so unique, so please react to it. Remind me after I'm done with the super chats. I gotta get through the super chats, and then as soon as I'm done, yeah, 2 hours. Dang, how did that happen? That flew by so quick. I'll keep going. I feel like I still got some energy. If I get like really tired, I'll just end it. But I still feel like I still got some energy to go. So try to keep going. Like I wish I had the energy to like 10 hours straight, like a full day of just streaming, because then I could get to everyone's requests. I should try to do that one day. Could it be done? I think I did 5 or 6 hours during my 1-year anniversary for the channel. But yeah, okay, so what's next? We got Icon and Buhwal, Rain and Your Story. Fantastic duo, huh? Is this it? It probably is it. Is this it, guys? See ya, Kim. Oh, it sounds like we got a bowed come up. Oh, is that who that one dude is? Boo Wall or whatever? He's got the hair for days. Oh, it's a rock song. What? Bet that's mom. Oh, it's a sad song. Tear my heart out, K-pop. That does look like actual water on the stage. I think it's just a graphic though. Is that a paperclip for an earring? I think it is. How dare you? How dare you make him sad? Rain in her eyes. Does that mean she was crying? No, she just said rain in her eyes, guys. This came out this year, okay. June 18th, 2017. Oh, we're gearing up. Cried a lot. Bobby's like, yep. Good voice, great voice. Raw. That's my kind of singing right there. Love it. I don't even want to talk right now. Hey, Bobby, get it. He's gearing up. Bobby's just the hype man for this. Yeah. Young Bobby. Yo, get it. And then that guitar comes in. Icon is killing it, yo. I can't decide which is my favorite part. Because on one hand, you have this dude's like amazingly raw voice right now. You feel the emotion. Then you got Bobby over there, Bobby B.I. just tearing it up. The harmonization though. That's probably my favorite part. Look at that! Look at his face! I love it. Listen to the song. That's me right there. Right there on that. Get it. Everyone! Everyone's into it. What song is this? I haven't heard this song. I feel like it's a song that, like, if you were in Korea, you would know it. But, like, a whitey like me wouldn't get it. Get it! Talk about a fantastic duo. So jealous of whoever those. I don't know everyone here though. He had to get that. He had to get that out. It's like that person that needs to have the last word in the conversation. You know what I mean? It's like that guy's like, that is done. A whitey like me, an American like me. I should have just said American. That was pretty wonderful. I'm gonna look that up real quick. BOBOH. Oh, it was like a whole band. It's a group. That's everyone is together. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. I was just curious about that. Let me in. Is this the right one? Joshua Jones. Luna Hassol, Let Me In. It looks like it. December 14th, 2016. I gotta pull up your whole schedule you gave me. So there's a member each month. How many members we got left? Like 6 or 7. We got like plenty of members left. So it's gonna take a while until they actually debut. This is like the longest coming debut I've ever seen. Definitely unique though in the way they're promoting it. 1 member each month with their own like. So is your bias then? You said she's blonde? Can't because of copyright issue. Who's driving? That's so creepy. Diamond in the rough. She's the diamond. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now. You, huh? I agree. Kind of does have that IU feeling. Oh. An interesting song. Paper plane, airplane. Incredible strings, you're right. It's like a whole orchestra. I appreciate that. Oh, so her animal was like the dove or the bird? Like Jinsul is the fish? Yo, she reminds me right now at this angle of, I think, Sunny and the boys. Like that whole comeback. Sunny and SNSD, the boys. Doesn't she? Like Sunny, the short hair? I like the feather thing. That means like she's the bird, right? Oh, okay. Are those the same person or the different people? It look like different people. Maybe it's just a hairdo. I think it is the same person. It's the eyes. Those eyes. Bird? So, from what I understand, each of the members have a different animal, a different creature, like assigned to them. Focus. Just gonna take the bird down. You can, Alina Green. Bird's dead. Let me in, huh? If I knew what that actually was saying, like we don't have English subs for that. Let me in. I bet there was so much imagery in that. There probably was something to say with. Oh, I wonder what it meant. Because it's sort of a teaser. You know, the first look of this particular member as the bird. I wonder if they're gonna paint like a whole storyline for each member where they all kind of come together. Instrumentals is probably my favorite part though. Just like Nikki said. Instrumentals were incredible. That was like that was a composition, that whole symphony played. That was incredible. NCT Dream. Oh, missed one. Be there. "11 months ago, Luna Hyunjin. I'll be there." Got 2 members, okay. Came in November 16th, 2016. The funky sounding. Like a home video. Huh. They're a good duo. They are a good duo. They worked well together. They got chemistry. They work. This calls for some slow dancing. Whoa, okay. I'm trying to figure out what city that is. I just realized this is like, the whole concept is them kind of just doing like a homemade video of them walking through a city. And it works, I like it. I'll be there. We need a gif of Josh's slow dancing. Never change. They probably already have all the members figured out, right? And they just like release them one a month, I think. I doubt they're like scrambling to find another person. It's a cute group there. That's not like a subunit, is it? That's like a separate song. Were they showing two members at once? I think you just answered my question though already, right up here. This song was released alongside Hyunjin's second member solo debuted as being a debut with Heejin, the first Luna member. Oh, first Luna member, second Luna member, and then... So the first member did their debut with their own song, and then when the second member came along, they kind of like did it together. I think that's a smart move because it's already showing unity early on in the Luna debut concept, because to keep them all very separate all the way throughout, it would feel too disjointed. Like they would feel too separate to me if they're all in their own video without being with each other, without any interactions. I would have felt like that would have been off. So I can understand why they would do that. Plus it makes it more interesting. Plus to see like who works well together and maybe say like, oh, you know, these two members, it didn't really vibe, but like with these three members, they were so good, maybe there'll be a subunit. You know, like they'll probably try to figure that kind of stuff out. It's like a trial period too. Because if they were forming Luna and doing one member a month and getting no response from people and people just weren't into it, they probably wouldn't have debuted. But you know, Luna's picking up speed. They're getting their name out. You know, and this, I think it's a really neat advertising concept, what they're doing. I haven't seen that really done before. Now, like you'll see reality shows, you'll see like competitions or, you know, like Team A, Team B type of things. But to see a group that releases one member's identity kind of in a solo comeback per month For how many members total? There's a lot of members in Luna. NCT Dream, my page. So Dream is the subunit. To me, with the stuff I've seen by them, it's always been like a younger demographic. Like they're going for a lot more of a high school, middle age type of Eggio concept. NCT Dream, my page. Is this an MV? They look so young! Who knows though? Very lighthearted stuff. I like the song. Like it's like a xylophone. Do, 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 do. They know what they're doing. Oh man. Purple hair works for him. It's like an aqua color blue. I'd probably pick a darker one for myself. My children. How old are these guys? That one guy though, Blondie, he looks a lot older. Kind of looks a little like Top. Does that guy look like Top? Like baby Top. See, they're wearing like sailor uniform. They're trying to make him look as young as possible. Like if I had a daughter and she was in middle school, I would want this to be the K-pop she's watching. Such a dad comment. But this is it. It's so innocent. Oh, hey. Who was that? Hold up a second here. Who is that? Who's that kid right there? It looks like a little baby human. (13 to 16). They're young. So young. Chenley. They just end it there? I guess that wasn't the whole song. It was just like a little thing SM Town put out. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So the actual song is 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Gotcha. It's a fun song. It's like when I'm at church, I help out in, well, it used to be 5 through K, like 5, 6, 7-year-olds. But they wanted me to help out with the 2.5 to 4-year-old crowd. So I'm like, that's what I'm doing on Sundays. I'm hanging out with 2.5 to 4-year-old kids. It's amazing how different kids are just with like a couple years. They're completely different. But yeah, anyway, so like this is the type of music they play in the kindergarten, in the 2.5 to 4-year-olds. They just kind of well, it's even earlier than that. It's not kindergarten. 2.5 to 4 years. They'll play like really lighthearted stuff. And it gets stuck in my head all day. I have to like play something else to drown it out. I should bring a little bit of this K-pop in, but I don't know what they're actually saying. It's probably fine. I don't know. It's an idea. All right, what was up next here? NCT 127. See, 127 is like, that's my subunit right there. Sun and Moon. LOL. Is the LOL in there? What was the LOL for? Is this gonna be like a concept or something? Okay. Audio. Okay, so it was a song, just not, what, didn't have an MV. That makes sense. I would have seen that. Sun and Moon. Marianne, you just gave me a Snapchat super chat. Snapchat super chat. Thank you for that. From different places. So kind. Under the same sky. Connected minds. Not this one, it has the wrong members in it, all caps. Has the wrong members? How was I supposed to know? Are there right members? Alright, so we got Joo Young, Joo Young. Those aren't the right ones? There's a different one? Scroll up, Josh, there was another super chat. Oh, was there? Oh, my B. I'm sorry I missed that. You meant other than this one, right? Message retracted. Oh, okay. Up there was one. Ellie Nation, Eli Nation. Thank you for that. VAV, she's mine. Yeah, I'll definitely get to, like, if you could see here, like the super chats, like they stack up here for me, which is perfect. So even if I missed it, I will eventually hit it, which is awesome. I'm glad that they do that for me. That really helps me out. So which one was the right one? If I did the wrong one, Sun and Moon, NCT 127. The one with more members. Thanks. The second one. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I sent a super chat, but my message didn't show. I saw it. We all saw it. We good. It's just the message didn't show. What were you trying to tell me? You can send me the message now, and we'll see it. But yeah, I know sometimes it's glitchy. It really is. Especially, I think, trying to handle all the different currencies. It's pretty amazing, though, the technology behind that. To be able to digitally, you know, wire to bank accounts, link to the unique credit card number, to the checking or savings corresponding to that in any country. So multiple currencies dissolving in one system and being able to, I guess, build back up. You link to my Google AdSense, which has a unique identification number linked to my checking account, and make that all back into US dollars. The logistics behind it, it's amazing. But I'm sure it's not for every single country. There's probably certain countries they haven't really done yet. Maybe there's certain currencies they're still trying to incorporate, but it's Google, because Google owns YouTube. They bought them out. So if you have the power of Google, which is like the most powerful search engine in the world, the analytics behind it are insane. I'm guessing that it's probably every major currency, but I'm sure since it's still a new thing and Super Chat is only half a year old, that's about half a year, then they're still working out some kinks, so I'm sorry that happened. I was just monologuing until you were able to message me again, but if you don't, that's fine too. Okay, second one. NCT 127 Sun and Moon, color-coded lyrics. Why do they have two versions? What's wrong with these people? Shout out to K/J-pop lyrics. Please react to latest performance at the Youth Day Gala. Chen's performance of Fantastic Youth. I got you. I'll do that for sure. Under the same sky. This is a good song. Oh, okay. I opened all the fan mail. I'm soaked by you. Wait, what? That's what this said. I'm soaked by you. This is just a song. It's to the female fan. Not to the guy fan. I feel like Fire Truck was a love song to the guys. Honestly. Boy, this is like... It's like trance. I feel like you could just like fade off to this. Which album is this part of? Do you guys know which album this was a part of? Oh, it's new, so it's probably... Was this part of their Cherry Bomb? I love that comment. On good speakers, like a spell that makes me drift to another world. I need to put this on my playlist real quick. 2017 After Party Mix. I'm gonna check that out. It is from the Cherry Bomb album. Okay, so it's part of the Cherry Bomb album. I gotta check that album out because like I'm seeing a lot of really good stuff by them in that album. You know what? Really different stuff too, because this song was completely different from what I've heard from them before on the Cherry Bomb album. I can respect that. I like that. You know, I appreciate a themed album, but to hear just the range, it's always another dimension I just appreciate in music. Limitless album. BTB blown up. Alright, what was the next super chat here? You want choreo, watch Teen Top Rockin' Dance version. Cool. I'm excited for that. We're gonna get some choreo up in here. You know what's funny is, it's not funny, it's just embarrassing. You guys will probably find it funny. So in my company, the company I work for, massive company. There's hundreds and hundreds of branches all over the world. We're in 67 countries. It's a $40 billion company. So anyway, so the company I'm at, the branch I'm at of our company is in Wayne, New Jersey. And it's a pretty big plant, a few hundred people. And I've kept my K-pop life completely secret. You know, because like I don't want people at work knowing about my YouTube life, and I don't want people on YouTube knowing about my work life because, you know, you just got to keep those things separate. You know, something could happen. It could be a privacy issue, just a number of things. I thought it would just be a wise thing to keep those separate. So I'm part of a leadership program that I got hired into. And it's basically a developmental program to try to get you to get as many skills and experiences and networking as possible in order to develop and grow and basically take over a leadership role in the company, like a management role. So anyway, the people that are on my team, I'm in a team like kind of separate from what I do in my day-to-day job. A bunch of people my age, you know, out of college. One of them found me. I don't know how. I think they must have stalked my name somehow and it popped up. But yeah, so one of them found me, and then they started telling the rest of my EOL team. And then from that team, they started telling, I think the director of HR ended up finding out, and she told all the other HR people, not in a bad way, but just like, oh, did you know we had someone working for us who's famous on YouTube? And then that got to the VP, who eventually told it to the senior director of quality, who told it to, I think, the Clearwater, Florida branch. And then they told the plant manager in California, and then it somehow got back to the HR manager who told it to someone in my plant. And eventually I had, very, very high up people just like showed up at my office, and they're like, Joshua. And I was like, yes. And I thought I was like in trouble, and they were like, you've been holding out on us. And I was like, with what? And like all these things are popping up into my mind. I'm like, this could go really bad really quick. I need to choose my words carefully. And they're like, we just saw your YouTube channel. And I'm like looking around like, shh, you said that really loud. And they're just like talking like, it was amazing. I saw you. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I was like, okay, so these two people now know about it. I hope they don't tell many people. But apparently they did, because the next day I get an email pop up on Outlook, which is a software that everyone in the working world pretty much uses. If you're in a cubicle, you have Outlook. So the plant manager scheduled a lunch with me. Yo, we got another super chat. Thank you, Jasmine. We'll get to it. So the plant manager of our plant, which I guess is like, he's the one person that's kind of running the whole show, wanted to take me out to lunch. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I didn't know this guy knew I existed. It's kind of funny because I've never made an effort to like suck up to him, you know, and try to like get on his radar. But it just ended up happening that he wanted to get on mine. So he called me out to lunch and we talked, and he wanted to know all about the channel. The first thing he said to me was, he said, "You are the best chair dancer I've ever seen." And I was like, damn it. Just damn it. I can't do this. Oh man. So anyway, he wanted me to do a whole video series for the corporation, and he wanted to start a channel, and he had all these ideas. You know, it was a good idea, it was good exposure. I was totally down to do it, and so I'm working on it now. Man, there's so much more to this. I could tell you guys, it'd take forever to kind of explain everything. But it was just so interesting to hear all that happening. But now it's super cringy because I'm thinking, I feel like, I don't know, like I'm more professional when I'm at work, very professional. When I'm on YouTube, I'm just myself. I do whatever I would do around like my close friends, you know, whether it's dancing or, you know, saying whatever. So to see people at work see that, like the plant manager seeing me just like jam to a G-Friend song, I don't know how I feel about that. And it keeps popping up in my mind. Like every time I feel myself starting to dance along to a song, I'm thinking, what if they're watching it right now? But you know what? I just have to accept it and just go with it anyway. Because honestly, it's not inappropriate. I'm not doing anything illegal. You know, I'm not cursing my butt off or saying bad things about the company. I don't even talk about my company. You know, it's very G-rated. You know, it's very PG. My whole channel is very PG, which is good. So, yeah. I think it's pretty cool, too. You know, like, I have pride about my channel. I worked really hard to grow the channel and to put out all the videos and whatnot. So, there's an element of pride to it. It's just, you know, when I'm jamming out to a G-Friend song, I don't know how many people I want seeing that. But yeah, you know, everyone has those jam out sessions though. When I remember that, I become more okay with it. You know, like people do things when they're completely alone that they never do when there's another human being there. Like when you're alone in your house or your apartment or wherever, there's no one else there, you know, you're gonna do different things. You're gonna, like, whether it's singing in the shower or doing an electric slide or I don't know, whatever it is. Everyone does those things. The only difference is I do them live in front of hundreds of people. So, I don't know, I guess I'm just more honest and public, and I'm just trying not to care. That's the whole point of everything I'm trying to say. I'm just trying not to care. Exactly, Nikki. Josh, do you. Thank you, Poppy. Appreciate that. Poppy Moorcroft, thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate that, Kira. It makes me feel all the good feels. Really appreciate you saying that. I try to, you know, engage with people and what do you call it? Actually have real, meaningful conversations. Gonna have some of those going on right now on Snapchat. Oh, I've been missing a lot of messages here. I am sorry, guys. Oh boy. I need to eventually get back to those. How in the world has it been 2.5 hours already? I feel like I'm getting a little shiny here. Anyone else have oil problems? Like that's my issue. My skin is like, it's not combination. I guess maybe it is combination oily dry in the winter. It's basically just, I just have an oily skin, you know, so I'll wash my face probably 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, 1 around lunchtime, and then 1 at night. And if I don't, it would just get ridiculously shiny, like really shiny. It's worse in the summer. I think my skin gets a little drier in the winter. Like Jenny. I think a lot of people feel that way. But yeah. So when I have like, I like good lighting, you know, because like good lighting just makes the whole video quality a whole lot better. So I like having, I have surround lighting right now. The problem is when there's a lot of light from a lot of different angles, you know, it just makes you look shiny. But yeah, oil blotting paper does work. What's interesting is even if I just wash my face, your skin can get tight, you know, which makes it look oily, but it's just really tight skin. So it's tough. Like this skin was never made to be on video. It wasn't. But it's okay, we'll roll with it anyway. But yeah, whenever I'm like looking at old videos, like from a year ago, I'll just like sometimes stalk my own videos and scroll through them. I can tell just by looking at the thumbnail and looking at myself, like what time of day it was or how exhausted I was. Like if my ears are super red and I'm really shiny, I'm like, man, I shouldn't have been filming right there. Like clearly I needed sleep, and it's just funny to think about. But there's times where I'm like just on it. But right now it's kind of, I guess, in the middle. You shouldn't overwash it either. Washing too often breaks out nash. I completely agree. That was my problem in high school. I just overwashed, and I used really harsh washes, you know, that like foaming washes that would just strip all the oils from your face. It's not good. So I've switched to a cream cleanser, salicylic acid based. That's really good. If I didn't do all of the skincare regimen that I do, my face would be terrible. I mean, absolutely awful. Like, I'd say 50 pimples, just break out. I would have the worst skin ever. But, you know, I really am on top of it. It's like waging a war every single day against my pores. Like, I'll do like masks at a certain regimen basis. I do toning, cleansing, moisturize every single time. I have multiple moisturizers for different things. And I'll kind of alternate between cleansers depending on how my skin's acting. Your skin can get used to a certain cleanser though. You can just wash your face with water sometimes, but there can be dirt buildups. I also get, my pores can get clogged, especially in my T-zone. I get really bad pore clogging, depending on my diet too, which is interesting. But I'm reading this book right now all about your skincare and how your skin chemically reacts to your diet. It's called like the clean skin diet or whatever. Pretty interesting. But anyway, what was I even saying? So I'll use like Biore strips to clear my pores out probably once or twice a week, which is really harsh on it, but I have to do it. It's not even solving the root of the problem. You know, when you're using pore strips to clear your pores, that's not solving an issue. That's masking it. You know, it's not dealing with why your pores got clogged in the first place. But yeah, I could really go into it. Honestly, I could create a second channel just for skincare. I've thought of doing that, but then I wouldn't have enough time for the other things. Dang, your skin looks good. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. It's like I drink 2 bottles of water a day. Don't even know if it helps. Water really helps your skin, and on average, you should be drinking 4 to 6 bottles of water per day, minimum. Which is really tough to do. You're gonna end up peeing a lot more, but it's really good for you. So that's what I do. I drink at least 4 to 6 water bottles a day. I never drink soda, really, unless it's a special occasion. Beauty channel, I would love to do I could do a beauty channel for sure. Yes, drinking water does help your skin. Do a skincare video. I totally could. Absolutely. It's a foam cleanser. Make sure it's the foam product in your hands and not on your face. Biochemical reaction makes you break out. It's interesting. I didn't know that. Water is great for skincare and just in general, not to be cliche. I just use H2O. Please tell me your skincare regimen. Do you have a funny story, such as a long day today? Yes. I mean, I guess I could think of something. That's funny, Josh. Skincare. I would love to do it. Someone said regimen. To answer all of those questions, like what is your regimen? You should do a channel, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that all could be answered just if I started a second channel. If I did YouTube full time, like if I didn't have an engineering job that's 40 hours a week, I would probably start about 4 or 5 channels, to be honest. I would have a ton of channels. I just don't have time right now. Like, and they say 40 hours a week, but it's never exactly 40 hours a week. 40 hours is a 8 to 5 with an hour break for lunch, or a 9 to 5 with no break for lunch. That's what 40 hours a week looks like. But you're spending time waking up in the morning and getting ready for work, you know, like dressing and then traveling to work. And most people have a 40-minute commute. And if they're spending half an hour getting ready or 45 minutes, that's an hour and a half tacked at the beginning and then maybe 40 minutes at the end each day. So if you average that out, it's over 2 hours a day that's just for getting ready and doing stuff for your job. So you're really more looking like, I'd say 50 hours a week, 50 or 55. And if you have 24 hours in a day and you're spending 8 hours of sleep, which no one does, but if 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours at work, 8 hours awake, you know, and doing not work things, and you're taking out the rest that's actually used for traveling and getting ready, you really only have about 4 hours a day to actually do stuff for yourself, which sounds like a lot, but you're using your most productive hours at work. That's where you're burning the most energy when you're making all these decisions. So that 4 hours, you're brain dead. You're done. You don't want to do a single thing. When I get home from work, I never, ever want to film. It's very rare. On weekends, I want to film because I'm not doing other things and I have more energy. You know, so it's really tough to keep going. So you have that 4 hours, but then what about eating? You know, what about watching TV? You know, what about calling friends or having a social life and going out and hanging with people? So if you take some of that out, maybe you only have an hour a day maximum where you're completely brain dead, you're tired, you're exhausted. That's the hour a day you have to film. Otherwise, you just don't sleep. Maybe you go to bed at 3 a.m. every night. So it's really tough. It's a sacrifice every day. You know, when you all follow different YouTubers, for example, you're following me, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's other YouTubers you follow, and I'm sure there's some YouTubers that have millions of subscribers. When you go on their channel, as all of us do, you know, you just like check out someone's channel, you typically see what people have. You know, you see their subscriber count, their view count. You see, oh, he has a really nice car, or he's always wearing nice clothing, or she's super famous and she's beautiful, and you know, she has such a great life and I'm super jealous, and oh wow, he got super lucky. And I hear lucky, 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 lucky. I hear lucky a lot, and I'm figuring out more and more and more, it's never luck. There's so much sacrifice behind the scenes you'll never see. Like for example, for me, mediocre growth channel, 72,000 subscribers, it's a lot, but in comparison to like a million subs, it's not a lot. You certainly couldn't go full time on it very easily. You know, if anyone has ever, and no one ever said this to me, just saying, oh, you're really lucky, but people have probably thought that, at least, maybe just at the surface looking. But man, the thousands of hours that I've spent editing alone, you know, all of the time I've said no to people to hang out with them because I had to film. I'll tell you what a typical day looks like. This is a typical day. I'm not exaggerating whatsoever. I'll wake up, check my phone, and go through notifications and make notes about upcoming comebacks for about 40 minutes before I'll even get out of bed, because that's like, it's kind of how much I'll just check notifications on all the social media platforms. Then I'll go, you know, shower, get ready, go to work. During my lunch break, I'm also checking notifications, replying to people, getting ready to write down a list of the things I'm going to film later that day. Typically an important comeback, there's about one a day that I like to get on. But very often I'll get off work and my phone will get blown up and I'll have 2 or 3 different songs. And I was maybe gonna call a friend, maybe go and hang out with someone for a little bit, maybe, you know, call my mom, tell her how life is going here in New Jersey. You know, I'll have other things planned, but more often than not, I realize, oh, I have to not do any of that because I'll do 3 videos that day, which means I won't eat. I won't relax. It's like you spend 8 hours running all day at work, just doing things and getting brain dead. Then you get home and you spend 5 hours, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours of filming, 2 hours of editing, an hour upload, tag, title, process, thumbnail, and it's midnight. You haven't eaten, you haven't slept, you're postponed all the plans with your friends, your mom you never called, and now you just go to bed on an empty stomach and you got your videos done at least. That's a very typical day for me. That type of like craziness until midnight and you realize you did really nothing other than YouTube when you got home. You got bags under your eyes, you know, you're kind of like your heart's kind of stuttering because it's trying to suck nutrients when there isn't any. And that happens for years, you know, I guess however long you're in YouTube. But the good side is I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. And I understand, I really do at a deep level, I completely understand the sacrifice and the trade-off. It's something that I want to do. It's something I'm conscious of. I'm conscious. So there are times in the past where I've like just not put up a video for a month. I've taken those times just to like really reconnect with people and call up old friends and hang out with them and call family and visit, go drive, make that 3-4 hour drive back to Maryland. But it's really, really tough. I couldn't do this forever. What I'm doing right now, I can't do that forever. I can't keep up this lifestyle, but I understand it's a season. I feel like it's a season. And there are seasons where you really buckle down in school to get a degree, and you're going to have a unique life in college, for example. But it's a season. You're not going to be in life in college forever. It's a bubble. And eventually you go and you do the next thing. Maybe you're at work. But yeah, so I don't know why I'm even talking about this in the first place. I'm sure there was a reason. But just to like shed some light into my life and what it looks like, there's a lot that goes into the behind the scenes of these reactions. What motivates me to do YouTube? There's a couple things. One, I would love to work for myself one day, do YouTube full time. The freedom that goes along with that would work better with me. Just because I feel like I'm really good at it. I think it utilizes a lot of the unique talents I was born with, the skills that I have. But the biggest thing is that I would love to pour more effort into a ministry, into being able to share my faith with other people. I believe in God, I'm a Christian, and I would love to be able to tell more people about it. That's why I started Gen 180. That's been in my mind from the very beginning. In our first couple of videos on JAJ, I was thinking, I would love to start my own channel. I would love to get my own platform and fan base, and then I'd love to start another channel where I could, anyone who wants to hear about those things, we could talk about it then. So that's, I think, my end game. The biggest one was starting Gen 180. Links down below if you want to check it out. I have a stream tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. But the second thing is, like I said, I want to be able to do it full time and work for myself one day. I have really bad ADD. I have really bad focus issues. I've had that ever since I was making memories, which kind of sucked. It was tough, but there's a lot of people with ADD. It's not a unique struggle. I always thought I was stupid, and I thought I was a bad kid just because I couldn't stay still. But now I know I'm not stupid, but it does take me a lot longer to learn things than other people. And I know that your intelligence isn't based on your ability to learn quickly or focus. It's based on a lot of other things. And I know that now. I kind of learned that after college, though. College, I really beat myself up because it was really tough for me, really tough. I never thought that I would make it. It was purely by God's grace. But yeah, so like I said, really bad ADD. It's tough for me to operate in sort of the corporate world. Being able to show up exactly on time. I'm almost like 5-10 minutes late to work every day. It's really tough for me to get there on time. I don't know why. That's just something about me. Really tough to get to work on time. Tough to focus. I feel like when I focus really hard, like I am in a live stream, I'm in it. I'm like hyper focused. But then I can't do anything else. Like I forget my phone for 2.5 hours. But yeah, that's the motivation for me. It's being able to share my faith with other people and also being able to work for myself full time. That I feel like it would be a much better fit for the way I am and my personality. Sorry, I'm missing so many comments. Why don't you eat during live streams? Mostly because I feel like it'd be rude. Like and the lip smacking, I feel like that would just bother people. It'd probably bother me. It bothers me when I listen to it later. I'm like, I'm eating. It's just like the lip smacking. I don't know. I just feel like it would bother people. I don't know. Look after yourself. I do try. I'm gaining a better balance, you know what I mean? Take care of your health and sleep. I do try. I wasn't good at first. See, the problem was in YouTube, it's so much work and so much effort, and you could put in 1 million hours a year or you could put in 2 hours a year. It's completely up to you. And I'm trying to learn and gain as much experience as possible and try a lot of different things, but it's really tough to fit that in when you're a full-time engineer, trying to have a social life, you're trying to be connected in your local church and help out there, and also, still hang out with family every once in a while. It's so much to balance, and I have trouble with balance. I don't know if it's my addictive personality or if it's my inability to focus, and because I'm ADD, ADHD, I don't know what it is, but it's really tough for me to balance things. Like for example, if I find a new show, I just want to watch it all in one day. If I play a new video game, I want to beat it all in one day. I can't be that type of person that, they'll play for an hour, then they'll put it down, and then they might pick it up the next day, they might not. I can't do that. Like, I'll be thinking about that. I want to finish it. I want to complete it. Like, that's the way my brain works. Really tough for me to do. So when YouTube came into my life, I'm like, I want to do this. I want to learn it. I want to figure it out. I want to make videos. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I also have to be a college student, so let's find a balance there. And it fluctuates. Like after my first year on YouTube, and I spent a whole year putting out one video a day at least. Do you guys remember that? Like in the beginning of this channel, I made a goal to myself, and I had to do this. I said, I'm gonna make one video a day for 1 year just to keep myself committed. I don't know what my channel is gonna look like. I don't know if it'll grow or if it'll be a failure. I didn't know because I hadn't started it yet. I was part of JAJ. JAJ had issues. We were all ending. We all got different channels. And I said, I want to start my own channel and I want to commit. I'm going to do a commitment. I don't know if it's going to work or fail, but I'm going to do one video a day for a year at least. And I did, and that was really tough to do. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but I did it. But the problem is, as soon as I hit that 1 year mark, I didn't know what to do after that. I was like, do I do it again? I was like, no, I should probably do things differently. And then it kind of came into my mind that, okay, instead of focusing on quantity, why don't I focus on quality? Like the quality of the content. That's all good and fun, and it sounds good in theory. But if someone like me, just me personally, if someone like me doesn't have an aggressive goal to shoot for every day, I won't upload for months. I'll just be in this thinking stage of like theory of like, oh, what if I did these types of videos, and what if I did that? And I'll kind of develop it a little bit, then run to something else, and then see something shiny, and I'm getting all these great ideas, and I'm writing them down on my whiteboard, and I'm making plans, and I'm calling up Akbar. I'm like, I just got this idea, let's talk about it. We'll talk about it for 3 hours. But then I'll realize I wasn't uploading for a month. That happens. If I don't have these aggressive goals, I don't do anything. So I realized I'm kind of an all or nothing person. I'm either on or off. And that is why I love theories. So I can get stuck in theory. And in the beginning of the year, like for my New Year's resolution, I've always said the word of 2017 for me was balance. Like I wanted to find balance. I wanted to balance YouTube and balance work and balance my personal life and maybe even meet someone, like a girlfriend, which didn't happen. There's balance. I'm starting to realize that might not work. Not for me. Maybe I need something different. Maybe I got to try a different avenue, a different path. And I was talking to my mom the other day, and what she told me, very wise, was that balance is kind of an impossible thing. You're always going to be slightly one way or the other, and it's okay. Balance is hard. Exactly, Jasmine. Balance is really hard, and you're just going to end up getting frustrated with yourself. The better thing to do, better in general, oh, Libra's bye. The better thing to do is to look for a rhythm. And I was like, rhythm. What would rhythm mean? Rhythm would mean you have a routine in the day. You have a routine. You wake up. You have a plan. You make your bed. You get ready. You go to work. You eat. You sleep. When you get home, you do half an hour of normal apartment work. Like you clean. Like you do your taxes. You have an hour reserved for, calling your friends or whatever. You have a rhythm, and that's something you do every day. It's not, oh, these 2 days you go really hard at work, and these 2 days you go really hard at YouTube, and these 2 days or the weekends you actually hang out with friends. It's a rhythm, and it's a rhythm you do every day. It's a routine, and that worked a lot better for me. So that's what I'm trying to go for now. I'm trying to find a routine that works for me, a routine that I can stick to, a routine that really involves everything I'm trying to accomplish in the season I'm at now. This is a very unique season. This is a season of singleness. I'm living alone in a state I wasn't born in. Like New Jersey is a new place to me. Don't really know many people. I'm at a new job, my first job out of college. My channel is taking off really for the first time and having my own channel and not a group channel. It's a unique season. I'll never be part of this season again. You know, like next year I'll be back in Maryland, so I'll be able to hang out with family more. You know, it's just, I'll have a second job. You know, it'll be my second job. I'll never have my first job again. So I think whatever season we're in, it's best for us to find a rhythm, find a routine that is successful for us to accomplish our goals in that season. Routine ain't for everyone, no. You gotta mix it up. Maybe your routine is to not have a routine, especially if you're a creative and you need to have your thinking space. So I could say routine versus anti-routine, whatever works. Well, someone's birthday, happy birthday. I always say I'm gonna do this at a certain time, but that never works. See, that's not always the thing that works for everyone. Everyone has different things. Like, that's what I think, like, everyone is so unique and different. You can't apply things to everyone almost ever. There's very few universal truths that apply to everyone. Everyone learns differently, everyone thinks differently. Our brains are wired differently, not just male and female, but just take 5 guys in a room. They're all so different. When they hear the same sentence, they all have different things pop into their heads. They all have different interpretations of the words. They might all have heard the same words, but what they actually heard and understood from that is completely different. So it's crazy how that happens. It's like your operating system is Mac. It's like Apple, and your friend is PC. So every time you try to explain something to them, especially emotions, you know, they just don't get it. But what's interesting is the longer you hang out with someone, it's like you kind of start speaking the same language. You start being able to understand what they're thinking without them even talking. You know what I mean? Like a best friend of yours. Think about your best friend, childhood friend, whatever. They know you. They know just the expression on your face, and they know what you're thinking. And it's not something sort of undefinable and it just kind of happens and it's magic or whatever. There's a scientific reason behind it. One thing, when they interestingly enough study our brain waves, when you hang out with another person, literally next to another person, talking with them or just literally watching a show together, your brain waves start matching each other. Like if your brain waves are like this and theirs are like that, you spend enough time with one person, you start doing it together. You start like literally your brain waves sync together. Isn't that interesting? Right now, as I'm talking to you guys, your brain waves, if you're listening to me speak, are syncing up with my brain waves. It's called sharing thought. And if you listen to someone talk long enough, let's say it's like your teacher, you start learning ideas and you start hearing things from their point of view and you start gaining their worldview and you start seeing things the way that they see them. It's really interesting the way that works. But yeah, so that completely syncs with other people's brains. I miss having friends. Who said that? I miss having friends too. It's been a while. I haven't seen my best friends in months. I haven't talked to any of them in a long time. I'm not sure what we were talking about. I'm sorry guys, I kind of went on a complete tangent. Kind of like how females who live together eventually have the same monthly cycles. Exactly. Exactly like that. I need more brainwaves. We're all waving together. Exactly. Exactly. It's really interesting to think about. But yeah. Wait, I had something written out over here. Something interesting. It's interesting stuff to think about. I love these tangents. Some people love it. I'm probably pissing some people off right now. They're like, get to the reactions. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I need to go on these tangents and stuff. But the whole point was saying that I know I'm in seasons. I'm just trying to do the best I can in this season, this time of life I'm in now. And there's a lot of sacrifice, and I'm hoping it pays off one day. I think it already is, just with what's happening with Generation 180, the new channel. You know, Josh has a nice voice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Haven't heard from my best friend in 2 years. Guess I'll go cry now. Well, you can meet new people, honestly. Like, I think that's just one thing I've kind of learned. And it's tough until you actually meet that person. You know, back when I said that I wanted to meet someone for 2017, I did. That was like something I really hoped would have happened. I was trying to put myself out there and meet people. It's not that I didn't meet people. I did meet people. And there were 2 people specifically, one in the beginning of the year and one kind of more recently that I got to know, and we were kind of interested in each other, and both times it didn't work out, unfortunately. But yeah, it's tough. Emotions are tough. You know what I mean? It's really tough. Chemicals in your brain, it's pretty amazing how all that works. We're still trying to figure out the brain, honestly. Gosh, we need live streams where we can talk about random deep stuff. Thank you, I appreciate that. It is amazing though. Like, we figured out technology so intricately to the point that we can put a man on the moon. You know, we're studying about all these different Higgs boson and particle science, and we're just learned that you can actually teleport using black holes, and it's crazy what we're doing with technology, but we're still trying to figure out how in the world our brain works and all these different things. We're learning new things every day about the brain. The brain is one of those unexplored, well, it's explored, but there's so much we don't know. So much we don't know. Man. I'll give you an example. Like the falling in love feeling. Have any of you guys ever like fallen in love before? What's the last time you fall in love? You probably can think of that feeling you have. It's like everything is perfect and okay. This person you're so into, they could be just eating an apple and you're like, I love the way you're eating that apple. It's so crunchy. Just like, oh, I love the way you sip that tea. It's so sensual. Like, just everything they do is amazing and you're captivated by it. But like you said, it's infatuation. It's your neurotransmitters. It's when you're in love, when you're falling in love, your objectivity goes out the window. Your brain gets flooded with neurotransmitters that hijack your cortex and completely override all your objective and critical thoughts. So you're very much driven on emotion. And on average, it takes about 18 months of a relationship before that sizzles down. They call it falling out of love. And some people just fall out of love and they think, oh, they weren't the right person. Well, they might have been. But love, to me, isn't the brain flooding with chemicals. That's just a thing that happens for humans. I think love, to me, real love, true love, is a choice every single day. So I'm trying to meet someone that I can choose yes to every day for the rest of my life. It's tough though. You gotta find the right person. The honeymoon phase, exactly. You know, when I was in my first relationship in high school, it was end of sophomore year, beginning of junior year of high school. I remember I was just so happy to be in a relationship. It was awesome. I was like just enjoying what it was like to be in a relationship. I was head over heels. It was a bad relationship. You know, it was unhealthy. We didn't have a whole lot in common. We were very different people, which isn't always a bad thing, but it wasn't good for that situation. And it took almost 3 years until I left and went to college, and until that actually broke up. But it was because I wasn't listening to reality. I wasn't focusing on the facts. I was just answering to serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin in my brain, especially oxytocin. That's what we were doing, just going off those chemicals. But I actually do believe, because I've seen this as an example in my life recently, that I've had enough bad experiences with relationships that I'm able to see through it. I still feel those same chemicals when I meet someone. I get excited and I just want to call up my friends and tell them all about it, and I will. But I can still think objectively, and I can still think about it critically and put myself outside the situation and think, how is it that this is actually going, and is this actually a good relationship? And the most recent one, the answer was no. You know, I really liked this girl, and she really liked me, and we got along pretty well. But there was a couple things I noticed would just end up getting worse as the time went on. You know, some key fundamental differences that I knew would be an issue. We were very much in the honeymoon phase. We weren't even officially dating. We were just like in this honeymoon phase of early talking, you know, like flirty talking, like call her up, like, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Getting to know each other. But I ended it, and that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was terrible. It was so difficult for me to end it because nothing had gone wrong yet. Nothing bad happened, which was in my early relationships, that's how I knew it should end. It's like when something disastrous happens, that's a sign. But what if what if you notice something before it happens? Do you wait until things go wrong, or do you use wisdom, or is it balance? It's a balance. It's a balance. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know how to talk to people, to be honest. Well, you're doing it right now. You got it. How did you end it? It was tough. She lives in Brazil. So we were on the phone, and I called her, and I did my best to explain it to her, and really tried hard to explain it the best I could. And to be honest, but also, be careful and sensitive to feelings. It was a few-hour conversation, and it was really difficult, and we ended up having another conversation the next day, and I think there was some time afterwards. It was like, are we really broken up, or is it just like you need time to think? And I had to, I don't know. It's tough for me to ever hurt someone, and to end something, you would have to really hurt someone, and it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable, and it was difficult for me to do that, but eventually the message was clear. I should have made it more clear in the beginning, but I wasn't strong enough. If I'm going to be honest, I wasn't strong enough to do that. It's tough. You got to understand the emotions, and the emotions come from your chemical reactions in your brain. The more you understand your chemical reactions, the more you can just gain control over them. It's so hard to break up with someone. Like in most cases, you just want to, but you don't want to hurt them. Exactly that. I did it this summer. I knew this guy was good. I knew I couldn't work out in the future. It's so tough to end things, but yeah, when you know, you know. I never found a girl who ever liked me. Well, maybe you just haven't, maybe she never told you, because like a lot of us were attracted to people who never in a million years would tell them that, depending on the situation. Like, for example, what mentioned before, the more you understand chemicals, the more that you can gain control of them. Just take dopamine, for example. Dopamine, that feel-good chemical. It's one of the most comical, it is kind of comical at times, common chemicals in your brain, dopamine. I guess dopamine's main outcomes in your brain is it increases your focus, it increases your motivation, and it actually helps you remember. It increases your memory. So right now, I could increase the dopamine in all y'all's brain right now, but just right at this moment, I could start right now. My first time I ever kissed a girl was junior year of high school, and I was incredibly nervous. I was 15 years old, 16, I think, 16 going on 17 years old, and it was a birthday party that I was hosting at my girlfriend's house, and we had been dating, I think, for like 5 or 6 months, and we hadn't kissed because it was my first relationship, and I was just terrified of that. And I mean, it's not that I didn't want to. I wanted to, but I think I was just really nervous about it, and I was trying to do things right, and try to date the Christian way. But anyway, we had our birthday party. The guest had left. We were by the pool, and we were on just like the stone floor surrounding the pool, and I was right next to her, and oh, this is so lame. I was kind of like rocking, because I was like, how do you do this? Okay, so I'm like rocking and I'm getting really close. Like, she's talking, but okay, you weren't talking about me. All right, but now we're kind of talking about something that could be sensual. I'm going to go in closer. Okay, nope. And I was like, going in. And then she kind of like noticed what I was doing, and I didn't think she minded. I'm sure she was probably wondering why we haven't kissed yet and been waiting for me to lead. And I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a true story. When she looked at me and we knew, I was like, all right, coming in. And I said that. I said coming in. And then I went in for a kiss. And then like I was so hesitant, but then she grabbed me and just really went in there. I mean, it was like a lot for me, just because I feel like she had experience that I did not have, because she had dated someone before me. And it was my first relationship. But The secondhand embarrassment is so real. But yeah, that was an experience and a half. I'll never forget it. I think I was the happiest human being for about, I don't know how long we were kissing, maybe 30 seconds. I am getting more and more red as we speak. Anyway, oh man, she went in hard with that tongue too, right away. Which, you know, like, imagine someone with no experience, like just a white, like, American Christian child who was homeschooled up until high school, and then boom, she goes in for a French kiss. I'm just like, what's happening? What do I do? Oh man, that was all a true story, but if you were to be monitoring the chemicals in your brain, dopamine just went through the roof. Because you're all focused, you're all alert. You'll probably never forget that story. Your memory is through the charts. So I just increased the dopamine of everyone's brain. And the way that you do that is by creating a cliffhanger, a suspense, a story. So when I said I was going to raise everyone's dopamine level, the next thing I said was, this is the first time I kissed a girl. Cliffhanger, like, what's happened next? What's the story? Who was it? What happened? So that's like just as an example of what you do. And if you can increase the dopamine of people around you, people will like you more. People will view you more positively. They'll be more receptive to what you're saying. It's just, they have a lot of different effects. But you can be in a group of people that are talking, and if you ever feel like your focus just shot through the roof and you feel motivated and you feel clear and you feel, you know, focused and just, I don't know, your memory's increased, they just did that to you. They just increase your dopamine. It's interesting. And if that's not something you wanted, it's something you can almost recognize. You were a pure child, Josh. I was. I love French kissing, but apparently some people find it gross. Wrong kind of people. But yeah. It's funny coming in. You guys are never going to let me forget that, are you? I was so embarrassed. Oh, I'm embarrassed now, I think, the most. But yeah, that's dopamine for you. It's a really powerful chemical in your brain. We make most of our decisions on emotion. Most of them. But yeah, it's an important chemical to remember. Pop quiz. What is dopamine responsible for? Number 1, increases focus. 2, increases your memory. 3, increases your motivation. What's another chemical? Oxytocin. You guys know oxytocin? Oxytocin, O-X-Y-T-O-C-I-N, oxytocin. That's responsible for generosity, for trust building, for bonding, for human-to-human growth together. You know, when someone mentioned before, I feel like we're having a bonding moment. That means that... It sounds so silly. I sound like such a nerd right now. Oxytocin means that you just had a whole shot of chemical of oxytocin in your brain. You have a bonding moment. You feel more human. You know, and that's a really important thing to know. The way that you build oxytocin in the person you're talking to is through empathy. Empathy. Poppy J. Moorcroft, thank you. We're building a trusty moment right now. Empathy. Like in a movie, when you're watching about a villain, you're like, oh, that guy's terrible. He just killed that person. And then you see that, you know, a flashback moment to when he was a child and he was just an innocent kid, and then some kids were picking on him and bullying him, and they kicked him into the dirt and like took his lunch, you know, and he's crying and he's alone and he has no friends. And then it flashed forward to now and you're like, oh, wow. And then that means, you know, your oxytocin just went through the roof. You're feeling sort of a bonding moment. You feel like you have empathy for him. You know why he is the way he is. You know, that's something really important to understand. If you ever feel like you're lacking empathy for a person, it might just be because you don't understand. So that's something I kind of think of sometimes. But if you ever want a boy to ever feel more empathy towards you, you know, because I see a lot of girls in the chat, if you feel a boy wanting to, you just need to tell them a story that has personal details about yourself. You know, put them on a journey. Tell them a story, just like I did with you guys with the coming in story. Because the second you do that, it creates a bonding moment. There's trust. There's And in marketing, there's generosity. You know, people tend to like to make decisions based on your emotion. Please react to Crazy Sexy Cool and Black Suit Live. You got it, Poppy Jane Moorcroft. You got it. But yeah. So that's oxytocin. That's like the human component. What makes you feel human. It makes you identify with another human. It makes you feel close to them and bonded to them. Oxytocin, beautiful chemical, wonderful chemical. So we have dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins. Endorphins is a good one. Endorphins make people laugh. Endorphins is like that feel-good chemical where you just want to completely burst out laughing. Typically when you start laughing, it creates more laughter. When you hear someone laughing, even if you don't know what they're laughing at, you start finding it funny. You start laughing with them, and it's hilarious. It's amazing. But yeah, oxytocin, that's the reason moms breastfeed their kids. It's true. When there's skin-to-skin contact, that releases all kinds of neurotransmitters like oxytocin and creates a bonding experience for the child and the mother. And some people, they've made theories and claims. They've studied people who are breastfed versus bottle-fed. And people who are bottle-fed typically have a little bit less of levels of oxytocin, which means they have trust issues and they have difficulty bonding with people. But that's just a generalization. It's not true for everyone. But it's interesting. So if you have dopamine going off and oxytocin and endorphins and all three of those chemicals all together going off just in this wonderful symphony, you feel good, you're feeling bonded to an individual, and your focus is increased, and just feel like you're on cloud 9. And all three of those chemicals come out just in fireworks when you're falling in love with someone. And I think it's important when you realize that. And so if you realize that, you can make sort of judgment decisions out of that. You can be like, yeah, I'm in this honeymoon phase, and it's definitely a season, but I still want to make good decisions because I don't want to get wrapped up in something that might not be healthy. But yeah, anyway, it's just something to think about. Do you like Asian people? What do you mean, like, I hate Asian people? No, do you mean like isn't attracted to? I've found attractive women in literally every single possible, what would you say, race, ethnicity, country. Whether they're Indian or what was it, Asian, Brazilian, whatever. Wherever you're from in the world, there's people who are beautiful and there's people that are, well, you know what I mean? Like, so I would say that, yeah, sure, there's plenty of beautiful Asian people. Do I like them in general, or I don't have any problems with Asians. I don't think I'm racist. Couldn't have. Maybe that's why I am the way I am. That's generalizing it a little bit too much because it's such a small component, you know what I mean, that it really wouldn't affect someone to the point that, he would have been such a kind, generous, trusting person, but because he didn't suckle on that teat, he's such a cold-hearted bastard. Like, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think there's a lot of things. Whoa, Raven Akari was good. I am not requesting anything, but this may be weird, but my parents would want me to date someone like Josh. What? Also, keep yourself well fed. I will do that. That's a huge compliment. Thank you for saying that, Sandra. Thank you. Wow, makes me feel good. I'm a biology major. Biology! So you know what I'm talking about. You totally know what I'm talking about right now. Man, if you look at like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, all those together, that's like the angel's cocktail. That's like everything heavenly and good about this world, all in one chemical cocktail. And then I guess, what's cortisol and adrenaline. Cortisol and adrenaline are the devil's cocktail. Those are like those chemical reactions that would bring about just some of the worst possible emotions, the worst possible feelings. Like, I don't know, like irritability, distrust, anger, even uncreativity. Like, you can have a time where you cannot be creative because you're that pumped with adrenaline. Your body is fight or flight. It's just really interesting to think about. You're critical, you're not accepting when you're on cortisol and adrenaline. I could increase. Let's increase the cortisol and adrenaline in everyone's minds right now in this moment, if you'll allow me. The rest of y'all just put it on mute. But yeah, let's do it. It's just a science experiment. Okay. Ah! Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I hope I didn't freak anyone out too much. But that just increased the adrenaline and cortisol in all of our minds. You know, our hearts are beating a little bit faster. Our blood pressure just increased a little bit. Our blood rushed out of our head and more into our hands and feet so we could go fight or flight. If I had done that and that was the entire stream, and that was just me yelling, you know, that would create a whole lot of everything that we're talking about. That's the devil's cocktail. We'd be irritable. We'd be uncreative, critical, make bad decisions. Our memory would be impaired. I'm sorry that made some people scream. That's the example. They've done tons of these studies. It's pretty crazy. But think about that theory for a second with everything we just did, and now apply that to the different studies they've done on rats, for example. They put rats in mazes. They'll put like a big maze on the floor, you know, with a wooden maze with a huge wheel of cheese in the center. And they'll maybe put 10 different rats in there, and they'll play classical music. And the rats will figure things out quicker without music when there's classical music playing. They even work together better when there's classical music. But when they played screamo rock music, like rah, 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 like screamo rock music, the rats ate each other. They ate each other. The rats freaking ate each other when they played that screamo. That's like the very definition of the angel's cocktail versus the devil's cocktail. Isn't that insane? It's crazy. So it's just, I don't know. I think they're really interesting things to think about, and you can apply these types of theories we're talking about to so many things, to the conversations you have with people, to the way that you feel when someone's entering the room and they're talking, to the way someone talks, to the response you get. When you're doing a presentation at work or at school, a project, you realize no one's listening to you, everyone's on their phone. Well, that means there's no endorphins. That means there's no focus, there's no cliffhanger. But to maybe, instead of just presenting facts, you start your speech with, this was one of the most eye-opening experiments I've ever done. And the facts told me a completely different story and showed me that there's so much more to this than I ever thought possible. You know, it's just such a cliffhanger. It's like, well, what were the facts? What was more than possible? What's going on? You get drawn into it. It just shoots your adrenaline through the roof, or you're trying to endorphins. So I'll think about that sometimes. Like when I'm at work and I'm talking about what I did for a project, and I'll notice some people just not listening. And it starts thinking, am I not telling this right? Am I not leveraging that chemical in the head? Like, for example, I was presenting the results of the project before I even started talking. Some people weren't even listening. Then I decided to start at the end of the slides and work back. And I started and I said, this project went where no one, not me, not the quality manager, not even the plant manager could see coming. It showed us a completely different set of results, completely changing the course of our quality department. And then I started going through what we did step by step, like a story. Then everyone in the room was hooked because there was a cliffhanger. So it's just that, I just think it's really interesting. So that's just like a quick little life hack, is that if you can create suspense or create a cliffhanger, it brings people in, shoots endorphins through the roof, they're focused, they have good memory, they're gonna remember everything you say. And it's interesting. If you're able to create a story that's personal information about you, that creates empathy. So that's oxytocin, and it makes them bond to you and see you more human. When you're doing things that involve, I don't know how to explain, like adrenaline and cortisol, But if you're upset and you're yelling, or you're just in a bad mood, or you're coming off as irritable all the time, that's going to push people away from you. That's going to make them look at you and not see the empathetic and not see the human aspect. They're just going to be more judgmental, more likely to judge. You know, everyone knows that one person that, I hate to even curse, but like that one person is just a bitch. You know, like just always, just always bitching about everything, like that bitch. Everyone knows someone like that. Someone that's just nasty and irritable, and it rubs everyone else the wrong way, and you don't want to spend time with them, and you don't have anything good to say about them, and you kind of want to stay away from them. That's like the rats that are playing screamo rock music, you know, instead of someone that's just really chill, down to earth, you know, honest, open, real, smooth. It's like classical music playing. It's a symphony, and it's relaxing, and it creates trust. It says maybe they're human just like me. Maybe we have something in common. Maybe we're all just here trying to do the same thing. Maybe we all really just want the same thing. Some people call it negative energy versus positive energy. Scientists would say oxytocin, dopamine, and these things versus adrenaline and cortisol. A lot of different names for it. Now, I'm no scientist. I'm an engineer. You know, I don't focus on why, I focus on how, like things that are very applicable. But whatever it is, whatever your language is, to be able to learn these concepts, it'll help you the rest of your life. You'll be able to recognize it in everyday situations. It's like, oh, I started whispering all of a sudden, and then we brought it really down low. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. So these are the types of things I think about all the time. It's just like, life is so interesting. It's so interesting, isn't it? So many things happening. It's like an unpredictable math equation exploding everywhere you go. And imagine, you know, the world is black and white, and every time you say something good, it like breathes out blue, and you start painting the world into like beautiful different shades of blue. And then every time you say something negative, you start painting the world in shades of red, just dark reds and bloody reds, and everything just looks a little bit evil, like you walked into the basement of hell or something. I think about, you know, what do you want to paint the world as? I just like, everywhere I go with my interactions with people, I want to be able to put out good and be able to paint the world blue. And if someone comes at me all red, I either step aside or I try to, you know, influence until they can't. You can't bully someone who's very nice and won't go down to your level. It's impossible to bully someone like that. I wish I knew that growing up, because I got bullied really bad by my siblings, by people at school. I got bullied quite a bit. But bully is about an imbalance of power. A bully is about control. A bully wants to put you down so that they feel up. That's the whole point of bullying. If there wasn't any imbalance of power, if they didn't feel like they needed to be above you in power and control you, there wouldn't be any bullying. Bullying happens all the time. It happens at school, you know, in our formative stages. It happens in the workplace all the time. I see it happen all the time in the workplace. It happens in personal relationships, you know, and not just with your family, but with your friends. It can happen with your significant other, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. There would be imbalance of power, and it could be some bullying. It could be something almost passive aggressive. But some people say Trump is a bully. That's a great example. But that's where it comes from. And they rarely get off on you getting upset. You know, when someone says, oh, you're just a dork, you know, you're a nerd, no one likes you or whatever. They want you to be like, shut up, you're stupid. That's what they want, because immediately you just went down to their level and they started it and they controlled that. So now they're above you. So that's what happens there. But the second that you completely throw that off and maybe respond in a way they weren't thinking and don't let them bring you down, they won't continue. It's amazing how it works. I've seen it happen in my own life. I'll give you an example. Like someone says, He's like, you couldn't be more stupid. You're puny and worthless. It's like, yeah, sometimes I can make bad mistakes, but I think that you're a pretty smart guy. Like, well, you're stupid. Yeah, I can definitely be stupid. You're just so right. It's like, oh, well, that's a stupid shirt. It's like, yeah, sometimes I get envious of your clothing. I just really like your fashion sense. I think you have a great style. I think you have a great sense of fashion. Throws people the off. It really does. Whatever someone's bullying you with, if you turn it back around and you just respond that way, even if you don't mean it, even if you don't like their fashion, immediately it throws them off. They'll get uncomfortable, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they'll leave and they'll just exit the conversation however they can. Because they've come in hot, they don't know what happened, and now they need to just leave. They're like, I don't know what's going on. This is strange. I'm not touching this guy anymore. And they leave. That's what happens. And next time they come at you, they're like, it's just weird. The brain won't be able to process it. They're thinking, okay, if I were to put this guy down, he's going to start complimenting me. It's not what they were expecting, not what they wanted. It's not the imbalance of power they wanted to correct. It's pretty amazing, psychological jujitsu master. But it's really, really interesting. So it's tough to think about that in the moment, because when someone comes at you harsh, just remember playing the screamo rock music again, like the rats eating each other. When someone comes at you hard and they start aggressively insulting you, you're not feeling dopamine. You're not feeling serotonin. You're not feeling the things that increase your focus and increase your memory and increase your motivation. You're feeling the devil's cocktail of emotion. You're feeling the adrenaline. You're feeling the cortisol and adrenaline, which increase your irritability, decrease your creativity. They increase your everything wrong with your emotions. So to be able to think about that and make a conscious decision before going into any conversation, or just a conscious decision right now that you say, next time someone bullies me, or I feel bullied, or if someone's attacking me verbally, or anything like that, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to find a way to compliment them. I'm going to find a way to reverse that on them. Even if I don't mean it, I'm going to try it. Just try it. It's really interesting. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And immediately, you've kind of increased your level of control over them. That's what they hate. They can't bring you down. It's like you're your own person, and there's someone that just wandered past your world, but they can't enter it. Nothing they do can change what you're about. And that's what makes them want to leave. It's like they have no say in the way that you feel. But yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward the way bullying is. We understand it very clearly at a psychological level. 10 times out of 10, it's about wanting control. And if you don't give them that, and you start reversing it on them and complimenting them, lose their minds. I'm sorry that I'm going so long into this. I love screamo. I've heard some good, I like really good hip hop too. I like good beats, dubstep, trance. There's a podcast called Hidden Brain, and they talked about that once. That's interesting. I should check that out. I'm getting more into podcasts lately. I tried ignoring that kind of stuff, and I'm so emotional, so it's difficult to take it. The emotions are like the hardest thing to navigate. This is one long live stream now, Josh. I think you forgot about reactions. Oh yeah, holy cow, we were doing reactions. Completely. Throw them off. Josh 2017 to K-pop. More talking than reactions. Live stream still goes on. I've noticed that there are not as many bullies in college. Well, that's for darn sure. There aren't as many bullies in college. What you will find are a lot of bullied professors, honestly. Professors that want to put people down. If they're on their phone, they want to call them out, like it's an agenda. If you ask them to repeat themselves, it's not, oh, okay, let me repeat those. It's like, what are you, deaf? Like, there's a lot of professors, and the longer they've been there, typically you get the more commonly professors who are on what they call power trip. Someone that wants to be able to be in control, wants a place of power. There aren't all bad cops or all bad politicians or all bad professors. But I will say this, statistically, being a police officer can attract a certain type of person, more than maybe being, I don't know, a plumber or being like an electrician, you know what I mean, or whatever. So places of power tend to sometimes attract more of that type of person who needs power and wants and desires power more than just another role that's more benign. So I've met police officers that I think are some of the chillest people I've ever met. I've also met plenty of them who were just clearly on an agendaed power trip. And I've seen that with professors too. I think that professorship and being able to mentor people and being the teacher and the instructor, especially in college, you know, being able to study and be the expert of a certain field, really can attract a certain type of person who wants to always be right and be the person instructing others, and kind of breeding ground for people on power controls. But yeah, you got to deal with people. Life isn't a math problem. It isn't a finance problem. It isn't even a chemicals in your brain problem. All of life is a people problem. It's being able to deal with people and work with people. And the better you are with people, the more successful you'll be in life. You could be the smartest person in the world, but if you couldn't get along with another human being, you would never get anywhere. You know, you can only do so much as a silo, just a single person. But the one person maybe who's half as intelligent, but just can work with anyone, and just everyone loves them and everyone just gets along with them and they just want to be around them, that's a person that'll go places. It's just, there's different types of intelligence. Intelligence isn't just one thing. You know, we always thought intelligence quotient, the IQ. I don't think a single place really respects that number in the academia world anymore, because we're realizing there's so many different forms of intelligence. If it was Einstein who realized this a long time ago, and he did that famous quote saying, if you judge a fish by how well it can climb a tree, you're going to think it's stupid. And I was like, there you go. That's it right there. Because I've been judging myself by how quickly I can pick up electromagnetic math formulas and calculus and deriving matrices, and I felt like an idiot for 5 years of my life. But I'm able to do a lot of things that people in my engineering classes weren't able to do. So I realize that now. I didn't realize it then, but better late than never. All about support and feeling true. I know it has nothing to do with this, but speaking of bad stuff, our environmental science spent a nice half hour of our class just talking about how we shouldn't be depressed in his class. That sounds great. That sounds very productive. People who get along also tend to do better in life. More friends and contacts, help each other. Absolutely. My manager is a bully. Oh, that exists. I would be very inclined to agree with you. 4 weeks till finals. I feel it. Dude, that's coming up. I'm sorry. Finals are literally the worst thing. Be praying for y'all. Many ways to be smart. Those people tend to be teachers for young children, teachers for college, like professors are more dictators. Yeah, completely agree. And I've had a lot of really great professors too. I have a whole module about working with other health professionals, and it may be boring, but you have to learn work with different types of people. Absolutely. Oh, hey, Abington, what? Penn State Abington community is very connected and haven't met any bullies or problems professors. That's awesome. You know, the branch campuses are great. I went to Penn State Berks for the first 2 years of my engineering career. Penn State Berks, and then I transferred up to the main campus, which everyone thinks of when you say Penn State, and I finished there. One of my really good friends, Kevin, went to Penn State Abington. So true. Talent depends entirely on context, best fish on land. Physical fitness teacher treats a 1 credit class like a 4 credit class ever. Yeah, these teachers think that their class is the most important class. So why shouldn't we be depressed? That's a good question. Most of the time, depression is based on circumstances. For example, first day of class in Psych 100. I took my first psychology class my freshman year of college. And what they had us do is they took a stress analysis quiz. It was a handout, about 40 questions, and they started asking you personal questions about your life. They said, for example, have you had anyone in your immediate family die in the past 2 years? And if you did, you would answer, what it was or not. And if it wasn't, you'd put it on a scale. Like, yes, I did, but it was someone 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And it was a numerical scale. Another thing was, do you have financial issues paying for like college, paying for your life, paying for bills? Or do you not really have any financial issues? Are you able to pay and your parents help you? And they ask you a lot of questions about your personal life, your relationships, your view of yourself, the way you were raised, your financial situation, your health situation. They ask you if you had any health issues, if your family had any health issues. A lot of questions about yourself. Then you add up the score at the end. Whatever score you got, you add it up. And it'll tell you on a spectrum how stressed you'll be, from the 0 or negligible stress to it would make sense if you're suicidal level of stress, based on your circumstances. And what was really interesting was I was sitting next to my friend Lenny, and we both took this same exact quiz. And when I was done, I was thinking, holy crap, I have almost 0 reason to be stressed. 0 reason. I don't have any health issues. My family doesn't have any health issues. I have both sets of grandparents. My parents are still together. That was another question. Are your parents divorced? I was like, my family all getting along. I have no financial problems because my grandparents really helped me, support me throughout college with paying for like rent and stuff, and paying for different things. And my parents really helped me out too. And I was thinking, and I answered all these questions. I was like, out of like a 400-point system, I had like 15 points. I have negligible stress. And that made sense to me why I'm a pretty chipper individual. It doesn't mean I can't have bad days. I have bad days all the time. But Lenny, my friend Lenny was like 380. He had every reason to be stressed. Like every single reason to be stressed. But he's one of the chillest, most laid back dudes. It's his personality. Very chill and laid back. He does get stressed. And he's had his own mental health scares and stuff like that. But you'd never know it. So that told me something really interesting, that your circumstances are just one proponent on whether or not you're depressed or whether or not you're stressed out. Another proponent is what's your personality. Another proponent is what's your chemical makeup. Some people, I believe, could be born with chemical imbalances. They could be bipolar, or they could be, they could lack the ability to produce dopamine, produce serotonin. Maybe they have an overproduction of these negative chemicals like adrenaline or cortisol. Maybe those are overproduced, so they're more aggressive and they don't know why. And maybe they form mental health issues like Tourette's or different things where they have outbursts and they don't know how to control it. So your original question was, so why shouldn't we be depressed, or why should we? What was it? I want to make sure I got the right. Here it is. So why shouldn't we be depressed? Well, I'll speak for myself. The reason at the end of the day that I don't believe I should be depressed is because, not just because circumstantially I have a blessed life, but because I know in my heart, and I truly believe, that we didn't happen by accident and there wasn't some big bang that came from nothing. I guess that's what the scientists say nowadays. The big bang happened from nothing. I don't know what happened. I don't know, how things were formed, but I do believe that there was a God, an intelligent designer. I believe he cares and loves about us more than we could ever imagine. And I believe he has a plan for us. And so I trust in that, and I try to follow him. And speaking of that, if you believe in heaven, you got to believe in hell. So I believe that there is a devil. And the Bible says that was one of the fallen angels named Lucifer, and he rebelled, and he is now Satan, and he's trying to bring as many people into hell with him now. He's bitter. He hates humanity. But I read the end of the book. God wins. You got to read Revelations. I know what'll happen. So for me, at the end of the day, whatever happens, good or bad, if I lose my job, if my car breaks down or whatever, I know the end of the story. I know God's on my side, and that's a promise in Scripture. If God is for us, who can be against us? He's always got our back. God works everything together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. That's one of my favorite scriptures, meaning no matter what happens, God will work it to good if you seek him and follow him. And at the end of the day, if I die, my ticket gets punched. If I get hit by a car, or someone comes into work, a disgruntled employee, and just starts pumping rounds into people, when I get hit in the crossfire, I know where I'll be. I'll know where I'll be. It'll be a better place than here, and I like it here. So I think it's my worldview. That's the reason that I've never been depressed for a long period of time, ever since I've had a personal relationship with God. Completely changed my life. Completely, 100%. I was going one direction, 180-degree turn. That's why I called it Gen 180, by the way. Generation, 180-degree turn towards the truth. Sorry to get like religious or anything, but that's for me personally. That's why I am the way I am. That's what I believe. It changes everything you think. It changes your whole, your worldview, what you think about where we came from and what we're supposed to be doing here on earth. That affects millions of decisions in your life. It sets everything in it sets everything in perspective. It just sets it all, and everything kind of makes a lot more sense. People are looking at the same people, same world, but as you said, it's the way you view it. Exactly. Your worldview is so incredibly important. I think that's at the core, Like I imagine this big, this big diagram where it explodes from the center, and like everyone is an exploding picture, and you could have like, oh, this is his name, and this is like his favorite type of ice cream, and this is his favorite type of movie, and this is, it spreads out to here. He really likes comedies, and these are his favorite comedies. At the very core of all these decisions, at the core of a person, who do they believe they are? Who do they believe other people are? Do they have faith in humanity? Are they trusting? Are they untrustworthy? What are their issues? What do they think about the world around them? Where do they think they came from? Do they think there's a God? Do they think there's not? When you die, where do you go? Why be good? What's your belief on that? Like those deep-rooted worldview questions are at the core of who you are as a person, and it's gonna just affect everything else. I'm not saying if you are a Christian you'll automatically like more comedies, or you'll just have this burning desire for bubble tea. Those are more personal preference. What I'm saying is the way you treat people, the decisions you make, from the spouse to the amount of children you have to the way you raise them, and your emotions and what you're putting out, what you're putting off, your vibes, a lot of the time come from your worldview. And to answer someone's question that I never even was able to answer from about an hour and a half ago, someone asked what I would look for in a person that I would marry one day, and if I would consider marrying someone who is not a Christian. Before, I would say, yeah, I have actually dated people who aren't Christian in college. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but I realized that not that it would be impossible to have a relationship with someone who didn't believe the same things I believe, because I do believe it's possible. But when you're fundamentally different in your worldviews, that means you're going to have a lot of other things different, a lot of things. And you might not even see them right away, but that's at the core. Like, for example, I was raised in a Christian home, and the way that you were raised is one of the biggest, most strong, significant components on how you're going to have a successful or a failed relationship with someone else and how they were raised. If you have a very similar upbringing as the person that you're dating, it's very often a good sign that things will work. It doesn't mean that if someone was raised differently, it's just doomed to fail. That doesn't happen at all. My sister is an example. Joy has married, and she's been married to Felipe six years, I think. Completely different upbringings. But they make it work, and they have a great marriage. So it doesn't mean that that's the end-all, say-all. But marriage counselors, psychologists, they agree that when you have similar worldviews or similar upbringings, your expectations are all aligned, and you have much less arguments, much less things to fight about, much less problems later on in life, less issues with how you want to raise your kids. But when you're more different, the more different you get in your worldviews and the way that you're raised, the more issues more potential, I should say, more potential you have for problems. But yeah, I forget why we were talking about that. I was raised in a Christian home too. What, Raven and Corby? Poppy Moorcroft, good night. I hope you have a good Gen 180 live stream tomorrow. Thank you. We should eventually go to bed and do that. Tomorrow morning, well, tomorrow at noon, 12 p.m. noon, I'm going to be doing the live stream for Gen 180. I love how honest and open you are about your beliefs. Thank you, Elizabeth. Appreciate that. It isn't easy to talk about it. But yeah, so I'm curious, how many people are watching right now? 81 people. We've been almost streaming for 4 hours. Holy cow, how did that happen? Oh my goodness. Okay, so look at what I'm looking at here. So I'm looking at the super chat. So we did this one. Choreo for Teen Top. Did I not do that yet? I was about to do this request, Teen Top rocking dance version, and I didn't get to it because I think I got on a tangent, and I was on a tangent for about 2 hours. I'm sorry, Cam. But I have all these here. I have all these written down. And even one that wasn't written down but was told later in a separate comment, I have that too. It's Leia's performance of the Youth Day Gala and Chen's performance of Fantastic Duo. So I have them all written down. They're all here. They're all saved. So I will get to them eventually. Wow, it is getting late. I'm so sorry I just went on a tangent for so long. For all of you who are just been like so frustrated that I stopped reacting, I'm sorry. I went on a super huge tangent. But anyway, I'll be doing more of these live streams. I'll be doing more reactions, obviously, coming up. And you can catch me same time next week to keep talking and keep doing reactions. Let me know if you're watching this afterwards when the stream's over. Let me know in the comments if you would prefer. Also, I'm asking you guys too in the live comments if you guys would prefer separate streams for live streaming and separate streams for live stream and reactions. Like maybe you would want a stream that's just focused on reactions only. Right now, it's kind of been a little bit of both. Like sometimes I react and then I'll talk, and then I'll react and then I'll talk. But if you really would prefer those to be very separate things, I can do that. I can do that. Just let me know, because I don't want to be pissing people off. Dang, it's only 6:50 p.m. for me. Oh wow, are you in California, Kira? Because that would make sense. 3 hours behind me, because it's 9:50 for me. So if it's 6:50 for you, it's a 3-hour time difference. So I'm guessing you're somewhere on the West Coast. This is a longer tangent, but very interesting. I'm sorry for going on a tangent. You should do a talking stream because a lot of us enjoy it. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. I like both together. I'm okay with both, to be honest. I like a mix. I don't have any K-pop requests. Everyone have a great day or night, everyone. Please be well. I'm about to shower. I'm preparing some crafts. There you go. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm glad. People tend to be generally okay. For the people that got really pissed off left already, though. I think some majority come for your reaction vids, but you might want to separate. Yeah, that's true. That's something I thought about. Okay. That's fair. California, what? A lot of people in Cali. Look at that. Cool. Oh, man. My throat's getting dry. I just realized I need to eat still. Oh, wow. Ooh, did you guys hear that? Whew. Been streaming for 4 hours. How did that happen? Anyway, I gotta let you guys go. So I will see you in the next stream. If you guys want to check out the next stream, it'll be the same time next week. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. I might try to have it a little earlier so that the people that have later time zones might be able to actually hear some of it. Elderly bones. But yeah, I'm gonna put out reactions obviously this whole weekend. So Taemin's new, Thirsty's coming up. I filmed some other things I haven't even gotten a chance to edit yet. Did you guys hear that? What was that? Sound like something happened on the 3rd floor. I'm on the 4th floor. Anyway, Gen 180. If you want to check that out, please do. I have a live stream tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And yeah. Also, just as a quick note, you can expect to see more non-K-pop reactions. Not a ton, I'll just sprinkle a little in here and there. but I want to do more of those, and I want to like check out other countries' music. I will always focus on K-pop the most because that's kind of what my personal interest is, and that's what I enjoy doing, and that's like the core of the channel. But I'm kind of trying some other things, like maybe once or twice or 3 times a week, on top of the normal K-pop reactions. In addition to it, I'll be doing like maybe a Q-pop, Kazakhstan or Turkey music, or Bollywood maybe. I'm trying to figure that out still. But I'll be trying other things too. So just to let you guys know, I should end with like letting you guys know about the Displates thing again one more time. If you guys are coming in now and you didn't hear the beginning of the stream, these are all Displates. I left a link down below. Awesome metal posters. So if you guys want a free Displate, just check out their website, and then let me know in the comments below after the stream's over which one you want and why, and I'll pick a winner and I'll ship it over. This is so cool. It's magnetic. But yeah, they've got a lot of really cool ones. And if you just want to buy some, or if you don't get picked, there's a coupon code for 20% off in the description below. But really cool posters. Shout out to them. So yeah, that's the quick little promotion at the end. I didn't even notice it was Full Metal Alchemist. It was Full Metal Alchemist. The Elric brothers. But yeah, man, I feel like we could talk for hours. I feel like we could stay up and just have deep conversations about life for, whew. Man, I love our conversations. Y'all are so awesome. You're like, just throughout this whole time, I'm like reading your different perspectives and hearing your thoughts, and everyone comes from such a unique background. We all have such valuable perspectives to offer. It's so interesting. So interesting. We did talk for hours. You're right. We totally did. Some Arab music. Yeah, I did look at some Arab music, and I made some plans to check out some. But yeah, definitely gonna check out some Arab music too. Moroccan. I don't think I've done that yet. That's really interesting. So I'm gonna be trying out so many other countries too. So just if you guys know about that, it'll be coming up. I expect to lose some subscribers. I already have. Like when I put out anything that's like not K-pop, I lose subs. But I think there's a lot of opportunity out there to grow even bigger than before. So I'm not worried about it. Oh, thank you, Bubble Tea. Man, I'm craving, every time I see your name, I crave bubble tea. Man, it's bad. I need to get some bubble tea. I don't know where to get some around here. I'm sure there's a place. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining this stream and hanging out with me. It makes me feel so much less alone in this foreign state of this Jersey, New Jersey. Hopefully move back soon to Maryland so I can be near friends and family. But really appreciate you guys participating as much as you have. This is awesome. I love it. It's my highlight of the week. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Love y'all, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next stream. Peace out, guys. Take it easy.